Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Campfire Stories RPG. Thank you for joining us tonight as we dive right back into our Curse of Strahd campaign. Things left off a little chaotic last time. There was some very serious combat. So, who is going to do the pleasure of giving us our recap? All right, Kira, hit us up.
I took notes. Okay, the notes are as follows. Uh, the Holy Wives go to the Temple of the Dawn Father. Saint Andril used to be the priest before he died. His remains used to be underneath the church, are no longer. By the way, these notes are in the order in which we did them, so I may come back to things.
That's perfectly fine.
Nobody has fessed up to the removal. However, the altar boy Yeska says another boy, Mill, made off with the bones. The kid is a bit of a shit with an attitude. There's two families here, the Burgomeister's family and the Watcher family. Rumors say the Watchers used to serve Strahd. Wives go to the mill in the cellar by using go to question Mill in the cellar by using Zone of Truth. He did it, but it was for the coffin shop salesman. This was about 4 or 5 days ago. Coffin shop is apparently never open. The middle of the place has a large statue of a noble and heroic man. The people are weaving a... Oh, I have R in here twice. I'm just going to remove that. Weaving a huge sun from wicker. I also have this as wicked. Ill-kept beardy boy with a hunched over 7-foot weirdo. Which I believe is the Burgomeister and his, little bitch. Large warehouse where people store carts and horses. Toy shop named Blitzky's Toys next to the coffin shop. Festival of the Blazing Sun is one of the many weekly festivals. The Burgomeister believes if they're always celebrating and happy, it keeps Strahd away, which has worked for 200 years. The Blue Water Inn is the only tavern, and an entertainer is staying there. General store is attached to the stables. The town has trouble with wolves. Henrik is the guy with the coffin shop. We interrogate him, and he shows us his upstairs room with 6 vampires spawn. This slumber party has no snacks, and so they get feral and attacks. Then we have a big old combat that involved 2 fireballs, a lot of shit going down, some bottlenecking until we couldn't bottleneck anymore. You are muted? No. Can I?
Sure.
Hey!
We could not hear any of that after we went to edit that second R.
The stream could hear it, but we couldn't.
Oh, I was fucking deafened the entire time.
You were
Yeah.
deafened
Wait,
and
what made you
muted.
realize?
It was when I looked back at you guys and I saw Josh talking, and I was like, I'm not even gonna lie, because you guys couldn't hear what I said. I was like, Josh, you're muted. And then I look back and I see that all of you are talking, and I was like,
Oh, wait.
shit.
Not us, that's muted, babe.
For a solid 35 seconds, we were all just trying to, SOS you, you know, and it just wasn't working.
Which I couldn't tell because I had my notes up.
Yeah.
So
Well, we figured that out,
that's
yeah.
a little
We tried
exclusive
every
fun
method.
for the stream, because the stream could hear me fine, because it's not based off
Oh,
Discord
great.
audio.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
So, just briefly after the statue, just very concisely, just fill in the gaps real quick and we'll jump in.
Yeah, cool. They're making a wicker thing. The Burgomeister's a dick, and he has a 7-foot bitch boy beside him. Then Henrik is the guy who owns the coffin shop. We interrogate him, and he goes upstairs and he shows us his room that has 6 vampire spawn in it. The little vampire spawn slumber party apparently has no snacks, and therefore they try to feast on us. A combat ensues involving 2 fireballs, a haste spell, Vroska judo flipping a bitch and then just proceeding to beat the shit out of her the entire fucking
And talk mad shit the whole time.
Oh yeah, because she was like, "I will get you," and then presumed to never hit Vroska afterwards, and so she just fucking grounds and pounds this bitch. Everybody is like, "My big spells, my dark sword, my holy god," and fucking Vroska's like the back of my fucking hand. And then the Burgomeister's bitch boy came up because we were calling for the guards. And he's like, "Where's the fuck happening?" And we were like, "I know, man. Fucking crazy, isn't it?" I was like,
And he
"Oh,
seems to have bought it.
They threw a fireball. That shit was fucked." Shame what happened to the shop owner. Anyway.
But yes, you, for the moment, have weaseled your way out of immediate conflict. You're just outside the coffin shop. You see that this man, and you have learned his name through just word of mouth, hearing a few people mention him as he was walking by. His name is Isaac. He's kind of leading you, and he has several sets of shackles on his side, but he has not fully detained you at this point. You can see that as yeah.
Wasn't there a guy named Isaac? Or
Yeah,
am I-
but this one is different because it's spelled Izek.
Oh. Okay, so I'm not nuts though.
Yeah,
was
there's
a
probably
guy
been
named
4 Isaacs, honestly.
How dare they?
But he is leading you
I
through the
happen to
city
flip to my
proper.
Strahd.
He's kind of he's in front of you, kind of guiding you along, and there's 2 more guards flanking him and the whole group with these large pikes just pointed towards your back. Though you have persuaded him, it seems like this entire city is always on edge, and especially you were told that nothing has happened here in 200 years, so you can only guess the ramifications of an event like this. You see that there's no one on the city streets at the moment. You can see people peeking through shutters, kind of glancing between cracked doors, but everyone has been ushered into their homes after the explosion. One thing, if whoever wants to make a perception check and just kind of like see how this man who is guiding you is acting, go ahead and do that for me.
Okay.
Ooh, that's an 18.
I got a 14.
Not a super high DC, so.
Well, I get no
Yeah,
bonus to
because-
perception, so that's an 18.
24.
Okay, so
Yep.
everyone sees this. Though he is keeping an eye on you, his glance catches Irina almost every second he turns back.
I
have her, like, she's right by me.
Yeah.
This is my child.
And Irina is shaken. You can see there's some sweat dripping off her brow just from the intensity of the situation. This is the second combat that she has partaken in. And you gave her a task, and she kind of just had to listen to the screams of anguish from upstairs for close to probably like a minute to 2 minutes. She also knows nothing about this town, is just kind of trying to be on guard the same as you are. But you do pass through the city proper. You see, all of you see this now, this large wicker sun in the middle of being constructed. It is massive. It towers over most of the buildings. There are several ladders propped up against it. You can tell whatever festival is being planned is going to be quite the display. You also notice that almost every little shop, kiosk, and side of buildings, there are multitudes and multitudes of decorations from festivals past and posters like announcing the next celebration to come. As in, these things are happening so rapidly, there's no time for a full cleanup before the next one is rolling around. But a few minutes pass, and you come up to the highest point of the city, kind of towards the north. There is no entrance gate here, but in a large back bend against the city wall, there is a building that is unlike the rest. It is massive. It is this beautiful white columned building, 2 stories, a mansion. And as you approach, you see there is this massive crest of the Dawnfather over the threshold, and there is a singular window at the very top of the building, kind of where you would assume the attic space to be, and a dull bluish green light flickers ever so often from up there, almost arcane in nature.
twist.
I will kind of like I feel like I'm walking in front of Araya and Irina, but I will just make sure that my holy display or holy symbol is visible and on display as we go in.
Okay. And as you all kind of start being led up to the door, you have to walk up a considerable staircase to get to the like front deck slash porch area, and you see there are bundles and bundles of these same like wicker style sticks in large cloth tied groups, all resting on the side. It seems like they have tirelessly been working towards crafting the sun, and there's no telling how many days, hours, and just how many people it's taking to make something like this happen. But Isaac does kind of like separate you and line you up. All right. Now, when you speak to the master, you must be respectable, calm, and tell the whole truth.
Of course. I wouldn't dream of doing
Things
anything
like
else.
this do not happen in our city, and we need to know the root of these evils.
Yes, of course.
You're all coming from where? Barovia, I was told, yes?
Yes.
Um, he opens the doorway and begins leading you inside, and as you enter, you are brought into this massive foyer area that is almost comparable to the extravagance in Strahd's domain, like Castle Ravenloft, in terms of this person is very much trying to show their worth above everyone else. It's not quite to the level of extravagance, but it is definitely trying to emulate that. And
Compensating for something.
yes, and as you enter, you see there are dozens upon dozens of portraits that line this inner hallway of it seems like family paintings, and you get kind of the vibe of like old English lineage where there's probably a lot of pure genetics, let's say that. And you come into the like front foyer area and you see off to your left there's a room that seems like a tea room, and you see a woman with a very um she has very big hair that's like layered, and she's sipping tea with a few peasants, and they all kind of just hush as you walk in the door and give you these nasty glances. And Isaac continues leading you to a room a little bit further back. It almost seems like this entire building is built off of one hallway with a red carpet stretching all the way to the back. And he takes you pretty much to the last doorway on the right. And you were brought into a study that is almost this hunting room slash library where a very large stomached man, kind of balding, he seems to be wearing a robe, but he also has armor oddly fitted on top of it. He has a sword at his side, two mastiffs, as in the dog, sitting on either side of him. And he doesn't say anything at first. Isaac funnels you in, and he kind of kneels and bows before the burgomaster. These people were the ones that were at the coffin maker's shop when it exploded. Seems we've got vampires in the city, your master.
I just kind of
No.
give a quick glance over to Diana.
I will take a knee.
Yeah, I'll follow suit.
Oh, yeah, yeah, just respect. Yep.
I will reluctantly take a knee.
I just pull you. Get down.
Irina is just watching you all carefully, and she also takes a knee.
Yeah, I'll like put my hand on like her back just gently to help to bring her down.
The burgomaster stays silent for a moment and kind of looks over each and every one of you, and his eye kind of catches on Irina as well, and he pauses for a moment before turning his attention to the rest of you. Well, first may I say welcome to our lovely city. You're outsiders, yes?
We are. Your city is incredible and beautiful, more than we could have ever imagined.
I agree, but it seems there is a stain upon it now, which is very odd. Awfully convenient that it coincided with your arrival. I would very much like to know what exactly happened today.
Of course. So, my friends and I guess we like to consider ourselves mystery solvers, and we had heard of bones, religious bones being moved, and my lovely friends here, and I will point to the Holy Wives, took a bit of umbrage towards that, as they are quite drawn to the Dawn Father. And so we decided that we would figure out if there was a wrong and right it, and then everyone could be happy and jolly for the upcoming festival. But when we arrived, we were taken to a room where these unholy night spawn jumped out at us. There was an explosion, several actually, and my friend here, Araya, sustained heavy damages from the explosions, and but we were able to hold our own until your right-hand man here came and very luckily found us. We may not have made it through.
I see. So our city has been compromised, is what you're informing me.
Well, temporarily, I suppose.
We were really excited when we we were really excited when we heard about all the festivities of the town, but we happened to stumble upon vampires. Did you know that they were here?
Of course I didn't know. There is no evil in Valaki. We are a pure city, untainted by the shadows of this valley.
And that's what we had heard. That's why we were so concerned.
This must have happened because of the removal of the bones from St. Andrew's. Do you know who all is responsible?
Yes, we know everyone that was involved in it.
Please tell.
So I will produce the bag of bones that I have. Mill from the sanctuary, he is the one to have removed the bones. And he took them to, I can't remember his name, whether though he just said it, who was the...
Henrik.
He took them to Henrik, the coffin maker. They were in the same room that Henrik met his end in.
And did you learn as of what Henrik intended to do, or was he just trying to let evil seep into our city?
Unfortunately, he also was hurt in the explosion. We never got to ascertain his true motives.
I see.
He was very reluctant to even let us in or give us any
Although it seems the Nightwalkers do not care too much for his safety, or perhaps they considered him at that point a liability.
Am I right that it seemed like he was trying to hide it for both his sake and our sake, that like he was trying to hide something?
Yeah, but don't tell this fuck that we broke into the house.
We're trying to weasel our way out of this right now.
No,
Don't tell
I
him
know.
everything.
Oh, you're saying you guys wanted to like make it seem like it was all his fault and he was
so we don't get blamed for it.
I see. That
If this little fuck learns that we broke into this dude's house, we're about to go.
I'm pretty sure what Amara just said is going to get Mill hanged anyway. Because he's an accomplished, but
yeah.
Speaking of that, we were about to get to that, but we'll go ahead and cover that.
Yep.
This man leans back in his chair and he starts drumming his knuckles. Isaac, bring the young boy to me.
Shit.
I believe we need to have a celebration before the festival. A cleansing. Isaac kneels, bows, and he exits promptly.
Amara knows ultimately somebody living has to be blamed for this. It is either Mill or us right now.
Right.
Yep. I think at this point, like when I'm looking around, I think I see Amara's face that is like, this unfortunately has to be done.
This was planned. It wasn't a slip up in my story. This is the tactical decision we're making right now.
You're not doubting my wife.
I'm going to take a look over. I don't believe I have the message cantrip. That would have been smart, probably, for me to take.
You also still have to
Honestly, I was
whisper.
having that. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, unless you have subtle spell.
Give me a second. I don't have the message cantrip anyway. So I think I'm just gonna look over at Irina with a look that says, like, just bear through this.
And you can see there are
Like
like
an arm.
fragments of tears beginning to well in her eyes, but she is holding them back to try to keep you all in the clear.
I'm just gonna speak up and say something like, with respect, I feel like before you make any judgment on Mill, it may be beneficial to see if you can try to find any information out.
I will drag every piece of information out of his body before I break it. Do not worry.
Okay.
We are a wonderful city, and I will keep it that way. Now,
Absolutely.
on to what you must do next for me. We have options here. You all are monsters. Let's not, you know, cherry coat it, I say. Each of you look like some sort of demon spawn. It's not a good look for our city necessarily. So I would prefer if you stayed out of the streets and did not breed fear, my people. Along with that, you will spread none of the information you know to the city. No one will know. Not a single thing that has happened. Not the vampire spawn, not the bones. None of it will be told to the civilians. And if I catch wind, you will be suffering the same fate as young Mill.
Of course.
Yeah, it seems like keeping the energy alive and high is really important in deflecting any of the bad.
It is the most important thing I can do as leader to the city. I have to keep the spirits high to keep the devil at bay. How am I supposed to react when horned creatures walk into my town? Truly, truly, you cannot blame me.
Is it a mostly human town?
There is mostly human in Barovia.
Oh yeah.
There's almost all. Yeah. We haven't really met any other race.
It is interesting, sir, that you mention walking in. There is another piece of information that you should know. I don't believe, and I, of course, know very little of the arcane, simply where I come from, but I do believe some sort of circle was made to maybe bring them in without walking. Remnants
In the coffin maker's home, yes?
in that very room. Remnants of it may still be there should you wish to investigate.
No bother. I will have this building raised before nightfall.
Very well.
For the rest of you, I will allow you your freedom for now, but you will be watched. Do not pay them any mind, but I will be keeping my eyes on you. Now, for most of you, I can tell that you're not from Barovia. Yes, this is correct, I'm going to assume. You're not just travelers. You don't see people of your kin in these parts. What is your goal here?
To leave.
Yeah, we don't want to be here.
I think you would get along with my son quite well. We share similar aspirations, how childish they may be, but yes. However, maybe you could meet with my wife and she could do something about your appearances. I would have you all as guests of honor at our next celebration, perhaps to show good faith, you showing your faith in my city and me showing faith that as long as you do as I say, I will bring you no harm.
How can we do that?
Well, I'm sure she has some things that can cover your deformities and bring your complexion back to something normal.
If you allow. I will kind of touch my armor and cast Disguise Self on
Yeah,
myself
I think I did
and make
that too.
myself look like any average human girl.
I will do the same thing.
And you, the floaty one, could you perhaps put on something to cover those wings?
Oh, I do believe I could find something, of course.
I think we can make this work for now, but I do suggest you handle your business in my city, and just after the festival you make your leave.
Understood?
I
Yes, sir.
believe we have nothing else to talk about then.
Uh,
However,
I was just wondering, how did you all discover that keeping spirits high is the thing that um I guess distracts from, or not distracts from, avoids all of the darkness?
That keeps the devil away.
Yeah, that.
it is a tradition passed down for generations through the Valkovich family. If it had worked for my great-grandparents, it will work for me. This is just a hiccup. A child stirring problems can be solved.
Thank you very much for your incredible hospitality. We
Yes.
will, of course, appealing to your rules, enjoy your lovely city for the time that we have.
Oh, of course. And I would appreciate each of your names. And he pulls out a book and a quill, and he prepares himself to begin writing.
Uh, Diana.
Diana. Don't be shy. Come on.
Amara.
Mara.
I'm Nether.
Another.
Araya.
All right. And this one. And Irina kind of looks shocked for a minute. Uh,
Wait, didn't we
Irina,
give her a fake name once? Or am I thinking something else?
I think you're thinking of something else.
Should we give her a fake name?
I think we should give her a fake name.
It's too late. And he jots down Irina.
Fuck.
It's fine.
Perfect. I may be calling upon each of you individually, so may question you a little more in detail, away from your friends.
Of course.
Back and call.
Very well. Have a pleasant day, and do not stir up any more problems for me.
Can we have
And
the bones?
Yeah, I have the bones with
So
me still.
should we?
yeah, you do have the bones. He gestures you towards the door. He doesn't move. The two dogs laying at his side have been kind of tracing each of you the entire time, but they don't move.
I will get up, kind
I want
of
to take the dog.
put like a traveler's cloak around so that it covers my wings. Kind of give a nod and begin to make my way up.
Yep. And as you all begin passing through this building, you see there are many, many doors. There are a few things that kind of pique your interest, I would guess. What is everyone's passive perception?
Dog shit.
Well.
15. I don't know why it's such trash.
Hang on.
Well, I'll say
I'm
that
not
anyone above a 15 will gather this
Above a-
information.
I think
it
mine's a
means
20.
basic?
Mine's a 20. No, 22.
So in the two things that really catch your attention is there's kind of like this open floor plan where there is a staircase that leads up higher, but it's almost like a balcony that wraps around this floor. You can hear from what seems to be like a closet area, there's a fumbling around going on, like either there's a rodent or something. And then from upstairs, like the top floor, you hear constant pacing and then like small bursts of like arcane energy.
Okay.
Can somebody
that's
tell me
right.
and
I
then I
forgot
can
about
divine sense?
You're going to use divine sense.
I don't know about this. Somebody tell me.
Do it.
Are there any, like, components to it, or does it just happen?
It's like a vision
I
thing.
just happen.
Yeah,
So
go for
that it
it.
doesn't hurt anything.
Tell me about it. My passive
Stud.
was not high enough. My wife, tell me something's up.
She didn't have a high enough passive to notice anything was going on.
Me?
Me? Tell me
Yeah.
that something happened.
I will kind of like elbow you and motion to like the ceiling.
I divine sense. I trust my wife.
You don't sense anything.
Amazing.
I mean, you get 2 big pings, one of Fae and one of Undead.
Yeah, you get those, but you're used to those at this point.
That's normal.
Is this the first time you've divine sensed around us?
No.
No.
Okay.
I can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated with the hollow spell.
No,
Or
you
just
don't get
in
any of
general.
that.
Bones.
Nah.
Yeah,
But you're
that
all
would have been helpful.
Place.
That would have been helpful with the bones.
I
You're all
didn't
kinda-
think about it. We talked
we
about
know.
this last time.
Oh,
That I should have divine sense.
that would have made sense. Oh well.
you're all kind of making your way out, and you do pass by that doorway once more, where there is a very big-haired woman and her tea party, kind of hushedly whispering amongst each other. You probably gain from this woman's dress and her hair that she seems to be the burgomaster's wife. But are you heading on out?
Yeah.
All right, you make your way out to the front of this building, and I'm going to say that in like real time, you all are talking to him for quite a while with the awkward pauses of silence of him just staring at you. You do see Isaac dragging Mill up to the front of the burgomaster's mansion with shackles on both his legs and arms.
I keep walking.
I'll keep walking.
Yep.
Kind of shield Irina from it as much as we can, but keep walking.
Yeah, I have my arm over her, and I'm just making sure that she's not looking.
Yeah, Irina is lightly shaking at this point, and she's just kind of staring at the ground. I thought this place was supposed to be safe.
So did we.
I'm getting the feeling that nowhere is safe. Let's find a tavern so we can talk privately.
Okay, that sounds good. I think I could use a drink right now.
How about we find an inn to stay in?
Well, luckily, the Blue Water Tavern, Blue Water Inn is the only tavern in town.
Perfect.
So, kill 2 birds. with
Two
one
birds,
stone.
one stone.
You all, some of you had gotten directions earlier from a very, very nice villager lady to where the Blue Water Inn was. You make your way here and you see a very pretty decent establishment, very long. It's got like this blue, almost like raven colored motif to it. And as you enter the doorway, you see a probably like mid 30s to 40s woman tending the bar. There are a few people around here. Um, some that stick out to you is there's 2 what seem to be hunters draped in like furs and stuff, having drinks and just regaling each other with different stories. You see probably like 2 just generic Balaki citizens talking to one another by the fireplace. And you see a very interestingly dressed man who is wearing almost like a performer's outfit. This like very poofy beret with a feather coming out of it, a ruffle neck torso, like shirt, and he is just going on and on telling these meaningless stories kind of in the corner to anyone who will listen, and it seems like no one's really paying that much attention to him.
If y'all want to grab a table, I'll go pay for the rooms and a drink.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll join.
And yes, Caitlin, your mic is picking up everything I'm saying right now.
Well,
It's really weird.
my issue is if I turn it down any, I can't hear y'all.
Is there any
So-
way you can slide your phone down in the holder a little bit? Because what it is the sound kind of hitting that plastic and coming back on the speaker.
That's
We
as far as down
just
without
now?
mapping.
Okay.
But now we can't hear
Yeah,
you.
now we're
Now
good.
you're all robot-y.
Well, yeah,
Do
you're
you have
right.
headphones?
They're dead.
No.
Damn, so are we.
Sorry.
Potentially. I don't think it's picking me up as bad anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's
good.
not. My audio is being weird too for some reason right now. Like my entire left speak. If you guys see me in pain, it's because my left speaker is crunching a little bit and it's bugging the shit out of me. I'm trying to see if I can fix it.
Does this sound any better?
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
so much better.
I can actually
All
hear
right.
everything you're saying now.
To go old school with it.
Yeah, I'll take a table over with Nether and Irina,
And
and
I'm gonna say, y'all are kind of trying to be away from the crowd, but you're close enough to this entertainer fellow to kind of hear what he's saying. And he speaks in a very strange accent for the lands. Like it's almost like this put on French accent.
Love it.
And he's telling a story right now. And it sums down to that once in his travels, he came across a large carnivorous plant that ate people, but also had the most beautiful singing voice he had ever heard.
A siren.
Very specific.
Y'all ever
I feel like
seen
that's-
Little Shop of Horrors?
I feel
Yeah,
like that's a
honestly,
reference.
It's giving Little Shop.
Yeah, I'll
And
go up to the barkeep.
you approach this uh, close to middle-aged, raven-haired woman. She seems very warm, inviting, and just happy to be doing what she's doing. She is pouring herself a drink right now. Greetings.
How many would you say that your rooms could sleep in a night?
How intimate are you?
Mildly, I suppose.
Well, there's 2 beds per room. That's what I'm getting to. So
Okay, yeah,
4
I feel like
people.
we could. I feel like we can make that work.
We would be able to make that work.
Yeah. Can we do a room and then 2 bottles of whatever is the cheapest and will get us the most fucked up?
Okay. Yeah. You're not from around here, are you?
No, we're not
You
travelers.
have a lovely accent.
Thank you.
You know what? First drinks are free, and I'll give you a little bit of discount. The only person we really ever have stay here is that strange man by the fireplace. Um, how about we say 2 silver pieces for the room and 2 silver pieces for the bottle, and then everything else will be on me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And I will pass her the money.
Can I make an insight check?
Are you there with her?
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
pulling
yeah,
my
go ahead.
wife out of my
Bully
sleep.
wives go
Go ahead.
somewhere on their own? Never.
Never.
14.
What are you trying to insight?
I'm wanting to see if there's like a hidden meaning behind them trying to them giving us the discount.
This woman just seems very kind.
Right now,
Perception.
Amara is not questioning the first person that's shown them kindness in Barovia.
Exactly.
So are you... No, I'm not questioning it. I'm enjoying it. So are you from Velaki originally?
No, my husband and me, we're from. It's a strange story. We kind of grew up on the outskirts of the valley. Still from Barovia, but there is a winery where our people are raised, and that's where we're from originally.
Oh, I see. So it's a family business then with the wine.
It's kind of imagine a marriage of 2 families that came together for a business,
I see.
but we make it work. Got a little bit of a hiccup recently, but problems are problems, and there's always problems in the valley.
What's been going on?
We're overdue for a shipment of wine, which is very unusual for our people. About 2 weeks late at this point, so we're running a little low. We have no means to really contact them at the moment. You said you're travelers, yes?
Yes.
Well, if you ever find yourself south, down past the ruins of Berez, perhaps you could check in with our family, and they're known as the Wizard of Wine Winery. My husband's father. One second.
The ruins of where?
The Wizard of Wine.
No, it says south past the something.
Oh.
The ruins of Berez.
Yeah, I don't need to put down the Wizard of Wine Winery because that is the bottle I currently have in my bag.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizards of Waverly
The
Winery.
Wizards of Buzz. Yeah.
The Wizards of Waverly.
His father's name is Markov. If you could just make sure everything's all right and perhaps bring back that barrel of wine, we could make it well worth your while.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm not from here originally. Do I have the map on me, or is that on Diana?
think
I
that's
believe
on
you
me.
were the map holder.
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure.
Now, you passed it around a few times, but I think in terms of you are the primary cartographer here.
I will produce said map of Barovia. Could you just give me a little bit more specific of a location and have her like mark it on the map if I can?
And she pulls up an ink and quill from like where she's doing all her ledgering, and she like brings her hand up, and you see she has these long like talon-like fingernails, and she dips it in the ink and just does a little X over an area kind of in the woods south of this. There's one part of the map that is almost like designed like ruins.
Well, I don't think we will be staying for long. So if we can, we'll definitely look into this for you. And what was your name again?
One second, I should have had all this written down, but I didn't. Oh, that's really funny. Danica.
Oh.
Another one.
I have a feeling I will very easily remember your name. But thank you for the wine, and thank you for the room. We'll see you shortly, I suppose. And I'll go back over to the table of our companions and be like, let's go.
Yeah, you sit down.
Familiar.
And you bring the bottle of wine and the drinks, and before you even get a chance to talk, you start hearing this dude running his mouth in the background, and he starts talking about an orcish woman that could chew through chains with her bare teeth.
Well, that's preposterous.
Stories.
I have.
That's almost racist, I feel. I mean, I've met orcs, and they have bone teeth just
Mara.
like the rest of us.
Mara. Everybody happy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's just funny.
It's funny.
So funny.
You guys heard the plant one, right?
Unfortunately.
I did hear the plant one. Feel like he's gonna start talking next about a story about a barber man what kills people.
He might.
He just might.
Well, you know, I did buy the bottles, so they're portable, so we can always go up to the room, really get our drink on, and discuss some things.
That sounds wonderful.
have a mischievous idea. Let's get
Okay.
upstairs. Let's get upstairs.
You all head upstairs and make it into your room. It's nothing fancy. It's simply two beds, a small window, and a place to store any clothes or traveling gear.
When Amara takes the bottle out, I'm going to cast Enlarge Reduce on the bottle. I'm going to double this thing in size.
Perfect.
I should have saved my money and only bought
That
one.
is genius.
That is so smart.
You know what? Go ahead and take a D4 inspiration for that, because that's just funny.
Holy crap. I think that's the first time inspiration has featured on this channel.
In this campaign.
I believe so.
Because I know I handed out, but we don't stream it.
Speaking of which, Josh, do you know how incredibly difficult it is, as the person who's created the intro and outro for this channel, to not turn around and say, I joined this man by the firelight as he tells his story?
Huh?
You literally put the entertainer by the fireplace.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that shit.
Wait, I'm confused. What?
The little blue fancy man telling his stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
But yes, you double the size of this bottle, and you all are getting real turnt Velaki tonight. So the night is yours to conspire in whichever wicked ways you desire.
I do want to clarify some things really quickly so everyone's not looking at me like I'm a monster. I'm well aware of what will happen to Mill, and I do feel terrible about it. I'm also aware of the monster that the Burgomaster is, and he needed somebody to blame for what happened. Mill was an accomplice, whether the father forgave him for that or not.
It's terrible what had to be done, but I do believe with how the Beggarmaster acts, it was either going to be Mel or it was going to be us.
Yes.
He
Irina
needed
kind of pipes
somebody to
up.
blame.
What kind of person can call themselves a leader, a protector, and do that to their people?
Not a good leader.
No.
You've met Strahd, right? Like, I'm not saying he's as bad or, if he's worse or anything, but I think that you might have been incredibly lucky to grow up with your brother
And your father.
and your father as righteous and noble leaders. I don't think you're going to find that a lot.
The
No.
thing about Strahd is, at least he makes his intentions clear. You know that he wants to hurt you.
From what I've gathered, this is the man driven by paranoia and superstition and long-standing traditions that have been passed down for 200 years. Just because Velaki has been this, if we want to use the word lucky, but I don't think it is luck, honestly. Just because they've been spared for this long doesn't mean that will continue. No matter if the people are in the streets smiling or not, Strahd does not care if they're happy or not.
Why would he even intervene if they're torturing themselves?
Exactly. And that's what they've been doing.
It really could be the other way around. The reason why Strahd doesn't mess with these guys is because nobody's happy.
There was
What do
hope
we do
in
next?
Barovia. In my opinion, we take these bones back to the father, give them back the temple, and all of us leave. We can't leave you here, Irina. This is not a dangerous. This is not what. This is not what Ismark thought this was. This isn't what any of us thought this was.
At this point, I think I'm better off with you than I am anywhere else. I
At
know
least,
eventually you'll have to walk into the belly of the beast, but maybe if I train hard enough, and maybe I can help you.
absolutely. You've already been such a big help.
You're pretty darn good with a sword there, sweetheart.
Well, I've always tried to practice, but Ismark was never too good himself. Now that Araya's given me a few tips, I feel much more grounded in my attacks.
We can keep practicing if you're going to be staying with us to make sure that you're able to protect yourself.
I would like that.
Yeah, I'll
I
be
do
honest.
have
Don't-
another lead that I haven't mentioned because it's more of a ghost story. But I overheard a little bit of you talking with the bar owner, and there is a place to the south that I've heard of. My father talked about it. Of there used to be heroes of the past. It was a temple dedicated to a silver dragon, and apparently there were paladins there at one point, but no one's heard from them in a long time. Maybe
Well,
that could be somewhere safe to go.
perhaps we have tarot cards that we still don't know what mean, and a lot of places we need to check out.
Well, I believe. Can I look at the map?
Absolutely.
I think it was slightly east of the ruins of Berez. It was a place called. It had a very long name. Ar Argenvostolt?
Oh, I hate that.
You would know better than we would.
This is the name of a
And
temple?
yes. I don't know the details of who they worshipped other than something about a silver dragon. I think it was a silver dragon at least.
Do we know anything about silver dragons?
Make a
Well, yeah, what do we know?
history check.
They are metallic.
Can I convince you to make it a religion check?
Yeah, they are not chromatic, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, can we convince you to do a religion check?
Yeah,
It
religion.
won't be much help.
That would make way more sense anyway, yeah.
Okay, it's like 11.
I
I'm
got a
gonna use
17.
My Tides of Chaos to
Oh, I have a
roll
-1.
a 9 and a natural 1 for a total of 10.
Okay, so anyone
Somehow, with a -1, I rolled a 16.
so anyone who
Yeah.
rolled 15 or above, you kind of try to rack your brain in terms of a particular silver dragon that would come to mind, and you don't really get one, but you do know silver dragons were and are in your world. They're not the most uncommon thing. They are good, good aligned. They are very, very intelligent. One of the most beautiful dragon species, and very heavily enjoyed the uh, company of humans and elves to the point where they would ingratiate themselves in their societies and kind of live alongside them.
Sorry, love, what else are you able to tell us about this dragon? The story.
It is lost to time, from what I know. They used to be a faction that rebelled against Strahd and tried to fight back against him, but no one's heard from them in I don't know how long. Longer than my lifetime, that's for sure.
Because one of the tarot cards was that one of the sword or the weapon, the treasure lies in the dragon's house, in hands once cleaned and now corrupted.
Like I said, no one's heard from them in a long time, but if I had to guess, it'd be a perfect fit for that description.
Seems
Could
like a pretty
be
good
a
place to go.
weapon.
And
that
I'll be honest, I don't
may
even
help
want to
us.
be here for the festival.
Yeah, I don't know if we really have to be here for the festival.
I think we might be forced to be here till the festival. I think this festival might be about us somehow
It
now.
I don't know. It seemed like he wanted to make us guests of honor. Perhaps tomorrow. We have tomorrow and the next day, if I remember correctly, and after that, that's when the celebration happens. We go around, try to buy a few things for the shops, maybe talk to a few more people, and just hit the road and get out of here. I really, I, I didn't want to say it, but that man Isaac made me very uncomfortable from the way he was watching me.
Made me
Yeah.
uncomfortable with the way he was watching you as well.
It made me uncomfortable with the way that he was watching.
It
The
made
thing that
me
makes me the
uncomfortable
most
the way he
uncomfortable-
said he was gonna interrogate us personally.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what kind of arcane magic he has, but I can tell you this, as a person that comes from the Feywild, having your name in and of itself can be a very powerful tool.
Yeah.
Yes.
My recommendation, if we could do it, would be to buy what we can tomorrow, keep a low profile, and then get out before the celebration. Because I don't think he's done with us.
We should still help, though, consecrate the temple before we go.
I agree.
Yes.
I would love to get out early, but I almost feel like if we don't, it will be worse for us.
Do we ever plan on coming back to the city?
I don't.
No, but they have ways of. I mean, I guess Strahd has ways of finding us. What's one more group of people? But
Yeah, I'd rather. Like, if Strahd can find us, I really don't care about this fucking Burgermaster.
And I don't think they have any intentions of following us. I mean, he didn't really want us here in the first place.
that's a good point.
The biggest challenge we would have is getting out, because he's more than likely told the guards not to let us out until...
That's
Yes, but we have magic. Disguise spell self, or disguise spell, ooh, disguise
disguise
self
spell.
spell. I'm having a stroke.
Spell.
How's your left side?
You smell burnt toast.
The disguise!
That one. You can change your appearance to be whatever. So we don't have to even be the same humans that the guard, like we showed the Burgermeister.
Right.
Can you do that on more than one person, though? Because
cannot.
I can't.
You very much
No.
can't. That's why the spell's called Disguise Self.
Yeah, but we can figure something out for the rest of you.
Irina kind of starts digging around her bag, and she pulls out like a kit of like rudimentary, almost like makeup. I think we can make something work.
She had a disguise kid this whole
This
time.
girl had a disguise kit. Yo, look,
This-
I'm not gonna lie. I love
She's
me
got-
some Irina, but she is holding the fuck out on us.
Irina, is
She's
there
a
anything else? Like,
badass, y'all.
do you have any other skills or anything that can help us? Because I think we haven't necessarily
Yeah,
asked
do you want to
that.
go ahead and
Right,
let us know
maybe.
if you're a crime-fighting vigilante or some shit? Because, like,
Like, think of this as an interview, like a job interview. You see, what can you bring to the table?
You see,
We're
I've
getting drunk
done
at this point.
charcoal drawings my entire life, so I'm pretty good at that.
okay, artistry,
Mm.
light, nice.
I can cook pretty well, I think. I mean, Ismark said everything I cooked was good, so maybe. Um, I like arts and crafts. I can weave pretty well.
Oh, don't say that outside.
Don't tell that to the Burgermeister.
Good point. I don't know. Maybe. This is just something that was passed down from my mother, so.
Oh, okay. So your mother was Supergirl. Okay, that's fine. So
Hey,
you can
she's
disguise. We got
badass.
2 people who can magically disguise. Nether, can you magically disguise?
I am already met. I am
It's
magically
Nether that
disguised
can. I
currently.
cannot.
Oh, it's you
Yeah,
that
it's
you
that
can't.
one.
Okay, because I can also reduce myself down to tiny size and just kind of hide in someone's pocket.
So really, it's just me.
So right now we've got Araya, who sticks out like a
Oh.
very beautiful and very powerful but very sore thumb.
I mean, your
Araya, do you have
hair.
character art for yourself in one of these chats?
We were trying to find it.
I apparently deleted it off of my computer, but I remember I posted it.
It's an
Yeah,
ass.
So your
I-
hair
yeah,
is
I
really
can
the
find
only thing that sticks out. I feel. I
she
mean,
looks like a human, but she's got the purplish hair, like a sunset kind of.
Yeah,
Mm.
I
okay.
think she had like heterochromia. I think I made her have.
She definitely didn't have
Yeah.
heterosexuality.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Oh,
it's the only
wait.
thing hetero
I
about
found
her. She
it.
does have
I
heterochromia.
found it. Here.
Will you
I
post that
removed-
just like
Yep.
in the art
Flying.
channel?
Here's Araya. There we go.
Oh, and apparently some scars on her face.
that's my wife.
Alright.
I mean-
Before, as you're all like drinking and just talking, Irina is going to kind of just sit beside you on the bed behind you and start trying to just change your appearance through changing the way your hair is tied, like take a piece of cloth and fold it into a bandana and kind of give you like a working girl's hairstyle and do a little bit of just like color changing on your face, try to make
At
you
this
blend
point-
in with the locals a little bit better.
Are we getting like super drunk?
Araya's not drinking.
I think as Diana starts to feel that buzz, she's like, "Don't get me wrong, I want to finish this bottle, but I also want to do something nice for somebody, so I want to be in a clear head when I do it." She's gonna convert her last 3rd level spell slot into sorcery points. She's going to, against her better nature, she's going to walk downstairs.
Okay.
It probably
Um,
looks so funny. She probably walks so hilariously.
Probably, I picture her that she waddles.
There's
Yeah.
a,
Not
there's
used
a
to
bit
being
of a
on
waddle.
legs.
Like, she is perfectly dimensioned, but tight, but like small. So it's like there's not. It just looks like you took a picture of a normal person and then just dragged it down, which is somehow weirder to look at. But she keeps the cloak on that kind of hides her fairy wings, and she kind of comes down, and she'll wave over the bartender lady that helped out Amara.
And you do see this woman is kind of like leaned over the countertop, and there are 2 young raven-haired boys that look like twins like running around in front of the bar at this point, kind of playing, and who you assume to be her husband and the owner of the is pouring a drink for himself, and he kind of just runs his hand through her hair and pats her on the back, tells her it was a good day. As you gesture towards her, she puts her finger up to her children and her husband and walks over to you.
Hi there. I don't mean to pull you away from your lovely family, but a friend of mine was telling me that y'all were missing out on a bit of a shipment coming in for your wine.
Yes, it's running a bit late.
Um, do you still have some here?
A bit, enough to get us through about a business week.
Um, I I would love to just see one of your bottles, if you would. And there's a, I'm letting her see while hiding it from everybody else. I'm letting her see the mischievous, like, if you didn't know she was a fairy, like, this is a fairy mischievous look, where she's just kind of like, I got something in mind, kind of thing.
She kind of leans down and gives you a little wink and gestures you behind the bar. And the two children are like roughhousing at this point, and she says, Brum, Bray, cut it out and go to your rooms. And they scuttle behind and go upstairs. And she leads you to the back wine room and produces this very deep grape colored bottle. And you read on it, it says Purple Dragon Mash number 5. This is one of our finest selections that we have left.
What potion number 9?
You know, I think you guys might be having a bit of a sale soon, but that I don't know why I'm thinking that. But maybe you have more than you think you do. I'm gonna turn my back. I'm going to burn 3 of my sorcery points because I'm going to use extend and subtle spell at the same time to cast enlarge reduce on her bottle, so that it is double the size for up to 2 hours.
So as you do this, she almost like drops it for a second and she's, oh my goodness. You travelers are full of tricks, aren't you?
Haven't the fairest idea what you mean.
Give me a moment. I think I have something for you and your friends. And she kind of follows upstairs where the two children went.
It's death. It's pain.
And she comes back. She comes back down with a small necklace. It's not much, but seeing that you believe you're traveling with a cleric, it might be of use to you. And she produces a diamond necklace with 1 usable diamond, 300 gold pieces.
This is incredible and will be treasured.
That's huge.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope to see you all again soon. Maybe not here, but we do make the travel out to my family's estate every so often, so maybe then.
Maybe then.
Gosh,
I'm
gives
gonna
us
pocket
best
that and just kind of walk back upstairs. Enter the room. She's like, you know, you can always tell the difference between people who want to be happy and the people who are just happy.
Fair.
And sometimes, when you make people generally happy, they try to do the same for you. And I'll just drop it on the counter.
Amara starts salivating. Diana, if I weren't married, I'd kiss you on the mouth right now.
Danny.
If I weren't afraid of your wife, I'd take you up on that.
Yeah, Araya's just staring at you.
Heather's too drunk to think about to keep that.
May I?
Huh?
Can I have the necklace?
Oh,
Not may I kiss you?
I thought,
That's what I
you were
thought. I was like, are
asking
you
Orion.
asking? The
No, can I
answer is
claim
no.
ownership of this necklace?
Oh.
I think
No,
that
I
happened
think it's
both.
pretty.
I think there was I think that both happened in and out of character. Of you being like, "May I?" and both of us being like, "A burr." Oh, the necklace. Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. This is going to be way more useful to me to you than it is to me.
Well, this is possibly the best gift we've received since we've gotten here.
You know, I think the DM's trying to tell us we've almost died too much.
I think maybe.
Who?
I've also managed to
DM.
get two
Lythander, the god
to
that I
get two
worship.
magical things just by being nice to people, because it doesn't happen very often.
It obviously does not happen often in this part of town.
But you all have this moment, and you kind of settle in, and Irina's sitting on the edge of the bed, just kind of swinging her feet. She has probably never been drunk, and she's just kind of like giggling to herself. Her cheeks are very like reddish tinted.
What are we
So-
drinking? Wine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you all know each other before you ended up here?
Oh,
Nope.
well, they did, because they hella married.
Oh,
But the rest of us,
Yeah,
no.
this is their honeymoon. This is kind of the shittiest honeymoon ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's alright, I suppose.
Definitely an eventful one, but
I'm sure there have been worse, honestly.
I am almost positive.
Amara has also been steadily drinking. She feels really bad about Mill.
Oh yeah, no, we're drinking our problems away right now.
I'm
am,
sober.
I
So,
entered here with
there's-
a friend, but they've been removed from the campaign and thus haven't shown up.
They died.
This probably, honestly, is fine. It's probably fine.
Hopefully they're all right.
Also, I hate to
Weren't
ask
they
this,
in
Josh, because this is
Rovia?
going to be... Y'all can start your own counter for how many times I'm going to ask this, but I'm a wild magic mage and I kind of have to. I did use my Tides of Chaos, and I did use an Enlarge Reduce spell.
You know what? Just roll on the chaos table for me, actually.
I love that. Okay, let's do
Yeah.
it.
Drunk, this sounds about right.
And at this point, Irina's kind of pulled out her canvas that she has and begins sketching with some charcoal.
Wild magic.
Eventually,
sorcery.
after she's done this for a while, I want to look over, but I'll wait a while.
This is when I drop a fireball on the house.
Yeah, we'll get to that right after this wild magic roll.
And fuck everything up for everybody. Let's... Oh, that's... Okay, that's interesting. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, like, we're all in a close proximity room, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
Ma'am.
So, as she gets upstairs and she's like, she knows that the magic is going to surge and she kind of holds off because she doesn't want to do it in public. She gets up to her room, we start having this conversation, and she just kind of hiccups and we all become invisible.
Ah, shit.
And for the
Wait a
next
fucking
60,
second here.
for the next 60 seconds, all of us
Oh.
are invisible.
Well, it makes it a lot harder to draw when you can't see your hands. This is nothing I'd ever thought of.
I mean, you can
Somebody
still
pass
see
me that
like,
bottle.
Giggling. We're all just giggling. Like, none of us can see each other.
there
The funniest
is
thing
that
ever.
little bit of drunken, mischievous fairy that is like, if I kissed Amara right now, Araya wouldn't know.
You don't know where she is.
I know where we were when we went invisible,
That's true.
but she's just like, no, I think they like you now, so maybe don't. Oh, that'd be fun.
I will
Nether,
kiss my wife, actually.
Yeah,
You do.
I go and just start making out with my wife for
Yeah.
55 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And you're kind of counting it down,
Yeah, they're
honestly.
being awfully quiet.
And Nether, you were trying to peek over
Oh, and then
Irina's
Yeah.
shoulder originally. And as you turn invisible, you don't have to peek anymore. She was trying to kind of hide it from everyone. You see, she's got the basic composition down, but it seems as though she is drawing a portrait of the party with Amaro and Araya like in this like big arch of flowers, like a wedding, and then the rest of the party are like bridesmaids.
Oh,
My
this
heart.
fucking sweetheart.
She included
Ah.
herself in the party.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, good.
Shit, man.
but
If I could just roll that.
visibility
I'd be
returns, and just as the visibility returns, Irina
Yep.
sees you over her shoulder and kind of tries to pull it away. It's not done yet, and then as it happens, it's like the shock of Amara and Araya like suddenly pulling apart.
No, it was 55 seconds so that we would have that 5 seconds to split
You
apart.
also did
No.
not know how
I
long
don't
it
know
was
how
going
long
to
it was
be.
gonna last.
Oh,
It could
shit,
have been
yeah.
10
I
hours.
also am drunk and lost myself in the kiss. I don't know what you want from me, ma'am.
I'm
Oh.
sober.
As it ends, you're about a fist's distance away from each other.
Okay.
No one saw
I-
your intimate moment completely.
I look smug as fuck.
I would say I was red-faced, but I'm always red. So
Eh,
I just
it's
have
like an even deeper red.
I just have
Yeah.
my arms folded and I'm giving you like both of you this sly look. And I just kind of lean into Araya, like right by your ear, and I'm like, y'all know invisibility doesn't take away sound, right?
I wasn't trying to hide it.
That's fair.
They're married. This is fine.
Well, yeah,
So
I mean,
what
like, I'm just
are
saying.
we gonna do about the sleeping situation here? Because I'm getting pretty tired, and there's only 2 beds.
That's a great question. Holy Rise. Sorry, but I don't think any of us want to sleep with both of you.
Not after that.
You just see Diana go,
I believe, I mean, we can stack all of our bedrolls up to make a fake bed for one person, and that would leave 2 to a bed and 1 person on a sort of fabric mattress.
I can take the pallet if you want me to.
I mean, I'm also the smallest here. I could just, like, kind of jimmy rig something.
That's what I was thinking.
And that would leave the Holy Wives on one bed, and I believe that would leave Nether and Araya on the other, or not Araya, Nether and Irina on the other bed. Of course, like, if that's okay with you two.
She kind of blushes a little bit. Would you be all right with that?
Sure, yeah.
I feel like the 3 of us all share the look.
She's drunk.
There you see.
Irina is severely fucked up.
But yeah, that's fine. We as long as you're cool with it, we can bunk up.
Yeah, do you like the inside or the outside, like the wall or?
I'm more on the wall side myself. I don't know why, but lately sleeping in like really wrapped up has been feeling real good.
Okay, that's fine with me.
I'm just thinking with like a coffin.
I just kind of, like,
look-
tug on Amara's sleeve, and I'm like, is this how people in the material plane figure out who's the top and who's the bottom?
Normally with a little bit more confidence. But yeah, kind of.
Fair
2
enough.
bottoms enter a hotel room. What happens?
2 power bottoms.
You're a power bottom, Matt Rock bottom.
Oh, we finally got to that song. It's so good, y'all.
That is my favorite song.
Keith
That is my
David's
favorite.
buttery voice.
It's so fucking good. It is, in my opinion, the best written song in the entire fucking show. It is.
I really liked the composition and music of the next song.
That's
The Poison, the one before it.
Poison, the one before.
Yeah, that's the
That's the
one.
Yeah, that's what people really like. I'm partial to Loser Baby.
I wasn't like the biggest fan of the lyrics necessarily, but just the sound was very good to me.
Yeah, that's fair. I adored the lyrics in Loser Baby. It's just the one line where fucked up little whiny bitch.
I
it
love
just
that
got me
so much.
so hard. It was so good. Dear writers of Has Been Hotel, if you are listening to this,
You are not good people, but you're good writers.
we love
Was
it.
there
I wanna
anything
go-
else you wanted to achieve before you all went to bed for the night?
I kind of want to go back down to the tavern. I'm a little drunk and want to see if that entertainer man is still down there.
Oh,
Yep.
we hear more stories.
Yeah.
You go downstairs, and the bar is next to empty. You see that Danica and Brom and Bray are gone. There is this very long, feathered-haired man, kind of stroking his chin and just like humming a song. He seems to be getting pretty drunk as well, just enjoying his night. There's still the two hunters, but they're like arm wrestling and like just doing man bullshit in the
Yeah.
corner. They're pretty fucked up. The entertainer is performing to hear his own voice at this point. Um, and typically, you think of someone like this, they would be singing, they would be dancing. There is none of that. He just is telling stories.
You actually meet an orc who could chew through iron?
Oh, not only that, I have met many of strange oddities in my travels. I have met conjoined goblin twins that constantly were trying to run away from one another. Not too successfully, I would say.
Imagine.
There was also the mysterious boy in a far distant village who, under a full moon's light, he would turn into a rabbit.
God, he's so close. He's so close to being right.
Say something. Goblins and orcs. They're not from Barovia. Am I correct?
Oh, you are a sharp one.
Meaning you're not from Barovia. I'm not either, hence the knowledge.
You see, Rictavio travels many lands. Barovia is just his newest business venture.
I see. So you chose to enter here.
Kind of glances around. Yes, I thought it could be interesting. The people of these lands are so dreary. Do you not agree?
I agree fully. It's just interesting because I've never heard anyone of entering in here outside of course, Madame Ava's Vistani.
You make an insight check.
Gladly.
Bullshit.
Uno momento while it reloads. I have a +10 to insight.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
22.
You could see his fucking soul.
You see a absolute look of disgust at the mention of the Vistani. Yes, I believe you are correct. I am not affiliated with them, though.
I wasn't trying to suggest you were. They're not exactly the most trustworthy folk.
Oh no, they are probably worse than the devil.
Worse than the devil.
In my own opinion, but you know, everyone has their own views of different groups.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been drinking mighty heavily, so I might not remember what you say come morning. What are your opinions on the Vistani?
Well, they are all servants of the master of this land, Strahd. They're murderers, liars, thieves. What else could I say?
That's fair, I suppose. And so, Rick Tavio, out of all of the lands that you could have chosen, why Barovia?
As I said, the people here are very
Dreary.
dreary. You ask a lot of questions, traveler.
Just
What
curious.
land are you from?
Faerun.
What are your intentions here?
Here in the grand scheme, or here in this moment?
Grand scheme. I can sense your intentions with me very easily.
I just want to leave. My wife and I are trapped here, and I
That
want to
is
make
not
sure we
what I
both
am asking you. That is everyone's wish.
fine.
What
Be more
is your
specific.
goal here? Are you going to run and hide, or are you going to...
Absolutely not. I plan on fighting.
Perhaps we talk upstairs in Octavio's room very quickly.
Sure.
Okay. He picks up the little coin dish off the ground and pours it in his pocket. Business was good today, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. And he heads upstairs. He brings you
Follow.
into a room that is very similar to his, and you see there is very many added locks to his door, and he locks each of them.
I will drop my disguise self and appear as my actual tiefling self.
He pulls the hat from his head, and as the hat is removed, an illusion drops. You no longer see this silly Frenchman. You see a gray and white, wiry-haired man in a suit with a cane. Well, it seems I'm not the only one keeping secrets here.
All
Rudolph von
deception
Richten
throughout.
at your service.
Does the name Von Richten mean anything to me?
It means something to me as a player.
As a player, I know exactly who this man is, but as a character.
I cannot remember if I have mentioned this man through anyone.
Okay.
So you would have to refer to your notes for that.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I am here on a very particular mission. I am not, well, I am stuck here, but I did come here of my own volition through a very, very difficult ritual, but I made it in. I could use powerful allies.
As could we.
How would you feel about having a master inventor on your side?
Are you known for any inventions?
He is going to reach behind him, and he pulls out a flintlock pistol with arcane runes all down the barrel.
Have I ever seen a gun before?
Nope.
Well, that looks mighty fancy, but what exactly does it do?
This little beauty, it's blessed with the god of Lathander's powers to burn massive fucking holes through the chest of vampires.
Well, as a follower of Lathander, I feel like, I can get behind that.
I have many tools at my disposal. Many I am willing to share with the right company.
I can assure you that myself and my party, we have no intentions of running and hiding. I believe all of us do plan on fighting.
I have goals in Velaki. Probably
Sure.
not similar to yours necessarily, but after I have done my mission here, I will be returning to my tower. It's just to the east, on the high road. Find me there. Are you staying in the city long? I wouldn't advise it, but...
No, absolutely not. I'm not even sure we're going to make it to the festival.
Okay. Like I said, I have business, and once it's done, I will be leaving for my tower very soon, and perhaps I could better equip you and your compatriots for the battle at hand.
We could all benefit from that. My name is Amara.
Pleasure to meet you, Amara.
Well, I guess we will see you at your tower then.
Very well. Thank you for your time.
Mark it on the map.
I feel like I don't pull out the map and I go back to the room and I immediately try to mark it on the map, but I try to seem like I know what the fuck's going on in Barovia while I'm in the room with him.
Amara, are you good?
I'm great.
What are you trying to mark?
Oh, the liar of an entertainer downstairs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is not at all who he said he was. I mean, I wasn't either, exactly. But he is not from here. He chose... Yeah, but he chose to come here. That's the kicker. He went through an elaborate ritual to get to Barovia to meet his own goals.
People
How powerful
want
a
to come here?
spellcaster is he gotta be?
I don't know, but he pulled out something, and he said it was blessed by Lathander, and I could kind of get that by just looking at it. But
He
said
also
it just
said it
burned.
was a flintlock pistol.
I don't know what that means, though.
But
so
he said
why
it
would I
was
do
you.
that?
He had a gun.
Did he
He
give
had a
that
gun.
to her, or did he just show it to her?
He just showed it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he said to meet
Hang
him at his
on.
tower, and he could better equip all of us for our fight with Strahd.
I mean, sounds
That'd be
wonderful.
great.
Only thing is, how did he know that that was the thing that was gonna make your...
Well, we're all
Just
here
inspired.
because Strahd's an ass.
I will-
Right?
I will simply lift the Lythander symbol on my chest slightly, I have a guess.
Oh,
Make a religion
I mean,
check for me, Nether.
okay. Ooh, decent.
And
16.
What'd you get?
16.
Lythander is the god of sunlight.
Oh, amazing.
It didn't necessarily need to be him pandering, other than it was the most effective carving for the situation.
Good point.
So,
Sweet. Okay.
what you're saying is this man had a sun gun,
yeah,
and that he's got more sun guns. He's got a
or
sun
other guns,
armory.
possibly. He didn't seem religious, but he does have other weapons.
I mean, because I don't need a sun gun.
I don't know. I
sounds-
feel like that's the kind of thing that you don't pass up on. I mean, you don't see one of those every day.
Yeah, but sunlight.
That's fair.
Diana for a second just starts giggling to herself, thinking about Vraska holding a weapon made of sunlight.
If it makes you feel any better, I mean, sunlight is kind of like the symbol of the Dawn Father, but he's also the god of, I mean, new beginnings, of forgiveness. I mean, it's not the only thing that he's known for.
Oh no,
Sure.
I get it, but I have a dark bitch in me, right? So it's
Oh yeah,
just
no, I can see Vraska's
reluctance.
hiccups, and yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good word.
Okay, so let's try and triangulate where on the map this is, because what I would like to see is, could we head there and then go south, or would it be like way out of the way to the east?
One
Slightly
sec.
past the ruins of Berez, so I'm hoping they're not too far apart.
Okay, so on your map, and is anyone here proficient with cartography?
Me,
Like, okay, so roll me
Nada.
a check with that with advantage.
do you know what skill that is? Because I can't, like, on
Probably
D&D Beyond, just
intelligent.
roll.
More than likely
Can it
intelligent.
not be?
Sure, with fucking wisdom.
Thanks. With proficiency modifier, that is a 16.
One moment.
Congratulations, Caitlin, on becoming the first ever person in D&D to use cartographer's tools.
Okay,
I knew I
nice.
needed them for this campaign.
so it is nowhere really near each other. So if you were to travel west and north for about 5 hours, you could get to Von Richten's tower.
Didn't that bitch say it was east?
Is that the
West.
little tower? Is that the
Yeah,
tower on
it's
the map?
it's west. I just called it wrong.
Ah, okay.
Is that
Yeah, it's the tower.
okay? Cool.
And then you technically could go there and then follow the road back down south to get to Argynvostolt.
Well, that's how you spell that. How close did I get? Pretty close.
I actually want to know afterwards, too, because I just spelt it in my notes.
What about the Wizard of Wine? How far away is that from everything?
No wizard.
It is further west than the tower is, and about equally south as Argynvostolt.
Oh, is that the little thing you do?
Thingy do, dog? What the fuck are you talking about? You're gonna need to be more specific than that, Alexa.
The only thing that's close to Argynvostolt as far as like longitude.
Pardon
Yeah,
me,
I
I'm
also
going to
fucked
need you
up
to
because I thought
clarify.
Berez was closer than Argynvostolt, but you know, say la vie. Yeah, do you see the little fucking church-looking building that's below
one.
Kretz?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that was the thing you do.
No, what?
Josh about to
I've got-
reach his foot through the screen and kick your ass.
The tower and the thingy do that.
Yeah,
Adam,
so
if I could get you to clarify
if you-
the fuck.
if you reference your map, everyone,
It's the
the
thingy.
tower that is by the body of water by Kretz is Von Richten's tower. If you go slightly southwest of that and you see the little churchish building, that is the Wizard of
thingy.
Wine winery. If you go directly southwest of Valaki, that is Argenvostold. And you go directly south of Argenvostold, that is Perez.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's like a square, but I kind
Yeah.
of that makes sense. Sweet.
So,
Where?
from what it looks like here,
Here, I'll show you guys.
we could go to the tower to get,
No.
strapped to the nines. Then we could head over to the winery. And then we could head over to Jurgen Prochnow, or wherever the fuck it's called.
My thing is he did say that he had business that he had to attend to before he made it back to the tower. So maybe we could go check out the winery and come back, stop at his tower, get armed to our fucking teeth, and then head to Argenvostold.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, we could, but it's basically a triangle.
I mean, there's no good way around it. It's going to be a fuck ton of walking regardless, but
Yeah.
he's said that he's going to be gone for a couple days. It'll take him a couple days to get there. I think we could go maybe help out the one person that's been genuinely kind to us since our arrival, and then get armed up.
Like, really fucking kind, especially.
I mean, yeah, we got this room for 2 silver. That's a bargain.
Yeah,
It was
that's.
only 2 silver?
I just kind
Yeah.
of. I just kind of flick the necklace that's in your hand that you've probably still got a white knuckle death grip
Oh,
on.
fuck! Yeah, and the diamond!
That was the thing I thought you were talking about. Were you not talking about that?
I forgot about it, honestly. I'm a little drunk, but I remember now.
Yeah, I think actually that's a really good idea. Also, we know that these two are like a marriage of 2 different businesses. Like, this place is very well known for its wine, so they're probably loaded. We might even be able to get some traveling equipment from them, like horses.
Do you think it would be a good idea to, since we're picking where we're going, just to go over the fortune reading you had and see if any of these places line up?
I think that could be a really good idea.
I really think
All
so,
right.
DM. Let's do that.
Alrighty, so the 5 of Glyph, the druid, tells of history, knowledge of the ancients. Evil tree grows atop a hill of graves.
Really quickly,
ravens...
while Danny is reading this, someone open the map, aka Amara, the map reader, and cross-reference.
Yeah, I'm also
Okay, I will.
I saw the tree on the hill. I saw the tree on the hill.
Shush! Evil tree grows atop a hill of graves. The ravens can help find it. Where do we think that is?
That's the
Whoa,
one.
maybe it's down on the left.
The tree.
9 of Stars, the Conjurer, tells of a powerful force of good and protection. See a drowned village by a great river ruled by one who has brought evil into the world. Do we think that's the Mad Wizard because he brought in Strahd? No?
Nah. Right.
Maybe.
Oh, that's a lot better. Much zoomy.
1 of Swords, the Avenger, of power and strength, tells of a sword of sunlight. The treasure lies in a dragon's house and hands once clean and now corrupted. I think that's the Silver Dragon.
I was about
That's
to
the
say,
Silver Dragon one. That's
Arena,
in
you
Argenvostold.
really saved us on that one. We would have had no idea where to start looking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Jack of Diamonds, the Beast, sheds light on one who will help you greatly. Vess.
Yeah.
That's my assumption for that one. The King of Spades, the Dark Lord. Enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. Beast sits upon his dark throne.
And that's supposed to be where our battle ensues. So,
Yeah.
Ravenloft.
That's the end game fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's Daddy Stratty.
That's
Danny's
that's Daddy's strategy.
Ew.
Mm-mm.
Ew.
Do we have an idea where the drowned village may be looking at the map? I'll kind of follow the river and
Is
see if
that
there's
Perez?
any.
The longest river here looks to be the Luna River, because then there's also a Luna Lake. So maybe Perez is. Didn't you say by like drowned by a river?
A drowned village by a great river.
Yeah, I'm thinking Berez is probably that drowned village. It looks like it's in ruins, at least on this, and it's by
Okay.
a great.
So we'll kind of mark all of those places off on the map.
Looks like we got a big old circle to make.
Nice. That's my favorite thing to do.
Then we think that the left there is the evil tree grows atop a hill of graves.
Yeah,
The ravens can help us find it.
I think those are the first two that we've got, basically. And then
Well, we have the
Argyn
three,
Vostok.
wherever the dragon is. We
Yeah,
know
that's
that
Argyn
wherever the
Vostok.
dragon is... Huh?
That's Argyn Vostok.
Volsholt.
In the middle leftish, the dragon.
Yeah.
But then the last two, there's not really a place for it. It's we get Vess on our side, we kill Daddy Strahd.
Right.
The temple, the throne would be the place, I reckon. The throne room, more than likely.
Yeah, the throne room, but that's the end of the campaign. But then
Yeah.
we have to get
What's
Vess.
campaign?
That's
So,
The end of
it's
our
a-
adventure.
It's a war terminology.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's our
okay.
campaign to end the curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
I see.
I think I should just roll credits. Just roll credits.
Okay, so it sounds like we've got either two ideas. One of two ways that we could do this. We could either hit up Argyn Vostok down to Berez, to the grave, and then back up to the Wizards of Waverly Coast, and then up to the tower, or we go to the winery, then to Argyn Vostok, or the other way around, to the winery.
We
to
could
the
go because the
grave,
winery is that
and then
little
up
church
around.
thing.
Yeah,
Huh?
I feel
think
like if
we'd
we're
go
going-
to the winery, then to the armory, then
I don't-
we're
we don't know-
better equipped and
And
we've
then
got
a
some
circle?
good drink. And then
I just feel like
I mean, it's worth
the-
a shot if he'll be there.
I'm
And then make
thinking
our way back in a circle.
this evil tree. It's a bit
That's-
hidden.
I mean,
We'd have to
it's along the
backtrack
river.
a lot. No, it's stuck in tree lines. It's on the other side of the fucking trees.
Yeah, what about it? If we're going to the Wizards of Waverly Coast, then that's where it's being.
No,
called now.
but what you guys were saying was that we go to the wine wizards, and then we.
Yeah.
But it would. Time-wise, you're already on the way to the evil tree.
That's what I'm saying. So we're either making a circle or we're doing this in like a weird zigzag order.
I was thinking like the weird zigzag order. If we went winery, then Von Richten, then the
Oh, yeah.
Casa de
Then
Silver
Argyn
Dragon,
Vostok.
then
Yeah. Then
you know,
Berez.
then like the Wizard of Oz.
It just
Then
depends
we
in
just
my mind if
complete
this
the
was
circle.
the order we were supposed to if this was the order we're supposed to do things in.
It would make like
Because
a weird
it-
kind of phallic mushroom.
I don't know that we have to do them in this specific order, perhaps. I mean, the last one will obviously be last, but
The
I don't know
second
that
to
the rest
last
of
should
them are-
probably also be second to last.
yeah,
We-
probably.
That's why I'm thinking.
But
I
she
mean,
didn't
the
say that
dragon
we
might
had to
not be
do
that
them.
bad.
Right.
I don't know how. I'll follow you guys. What do you
mean,
want to do?
Not Raya.
Like
I
what?
feel like
There's too many people.
ah,
Hey, you know what the other possibility is? We go to one
We
of
just-
these places and they send us
And then
on
we
some
make a
sort of little
choice.
side quest.
right.
And maybe
Thought process.
we get
the
like
winery.
special like traveling equipment that they're like, hey, you know, the horses would do great on the road to, you know, Von Richten's place, but they wouldn't do so great if you're going through ruins that are drowned.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we could get more information. So why don't we just head to the winery and then figure it out?
Right,
That's
that
what I'm
works.
thinking.
Say, I still have a lot of guilt over what just happened with Mill, and if people in the city run out of wine, people will probably be upset and lead to worse things happening in the city. So I would also like to go to the winery first.
Well, I
Well, she's
mean,
been
in
the
regards
nicest
to
to
that,
us
I would like
out
to
of
come back
anybody.
and murder the Burgomaster.
Oh
Eventually.
yeah, we can do that on the way back. I think we can make. I think
We just
you know,
swing back
time-wise-
for just a little bit of regicide.
Yeah, I think we got some time for that.
I'm not ruling it out as a possibility, but let's not let anybody hear us say that. Let's go
Yeah.
ahead and take a sleep, find out who's got a hangover tomorrow. We'll do some shopping. We'll remember to keep smiling. And then, by the end of it, if we still all have uses of our magical abilities, maybe we fuck off during the night.
Another option, we just throwing this out there. We never mind.
No.
So are you all set up and ready to try to get some rest?
Try to, sir.
We are going
Yeah.
to do our best. I'm going to make myself like a little doggy bed.
I want to just kind of. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just. She does a couple of spins before. She doesn't have to do it, she's just doing it.
I want to try while we're kind of bedding down and like just kind of whisper to Irina as we're just kind of laying down. We like awkwardly find our positions that we're like
Yeah.
not touching
You're
each
both
other.
trying not to touch each other, but it's
Yeah.
also like a really small bed.
It's like a twin
So-
bed. Sorry, yeah. Hey.
It's fine, really. It's okay.
So is this your first time like actually being drunk?
This is my first time for a lot of things.
Josh. Yeah, well, you know we're not like talking you up, right? We seriously think that you're very capable.
Thank you. I'm trying to convince myself of that.
That's what we're here for. Just convincing you. Because the more confident that you are, the more you'll do better, too.
I did want to talk to you. I hope it's not weird that we're just having a conversation like this, but
No, we're like whispering.
Amara can hear every single word of what's being said. I want you to know that.
I can't help but feel a little guilty for not just yours, but everyone's circumstance, but particularly you.
Why me?
Well, we've talked about it briefly. I know what happened, and you're cold to the touch, Nether. I mean, this can't be easy for you.
Yeah. No, it's not. When I used to drink at all before, my face would turn a really funny shade of like pinkish purple. And that didn't really happen. And this is the first time that I'm seeing it not. Like there's no blood rushing to my face. And seeing Amara having her face flush a little bit was tough.
I understand. And I don't know a lot, but I know that that's not what made you who you were. It's what's on the inside. It's what you value and what you stand up for. And I saw how you wanted to react when we were back there in the Burgomaster's manor. And Strahd or a vampire or a monster, they wouldn't have reacted the way you did. You were still you.
Of course. I mean, it's all really fast. A lot of things are changing, but having everyone by my side has been a bit easier. But I appreciate. I don't want you to feel like any of this is your fault. Firstly, it's not.
Thank you. I'm coming to terms with it all. It does mean a lot hearing you say that, but there's a lot I still have to process, and I don't know if I'll be able to fully. I need answers, and hopefully, traveling with all of you will give me those answers.
What kind of answers are you looking for, you know?
Everyone thinks that I am this woman that I don't know. And I'm not sure I've ever really known who I am. And I'm hoping that I can figure that out while we're traveling together. But I know I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to be Tatiana. I want to be Irina Koyana.
I want you to be that too.
Thank you.
And you continuing to put up a fight and not hide, not cower. That's what's not making you a victim. You're strong.
I want to see us all kill that bastard. It brings some sunshine to this place. And I'll hold the umbrella for it.
I like that.
She kind of puts her hand on your arm and just gives you like a little bit of a squeeze. I think tomorrow's going to be busy. We should try to sleep.
I think so too.
And she's going to like roll, but kind of like push her back up against you and fall asleep.
I put my hand up next to her, like on her back. Just kind of let it fall.
And you all sleep. Yep. And morning comes to you. You hear the sounds of the tavern coming to life downstairs, and the day is yours.
I have to go to
Does
two
my wife
different
have back
characters.
all of her health?
Yes.
And it's no longer 25?
Yes.
Thank God.
Anyone who lost HP permanently or semi-permanently from necrotic damage has recovered. Congratulations.
Hell yeah, I now no longer have 20 max HP. I have 29.
Woohoo!
What an upgrade, y'all. And as you kind of all head downstairs, you have stayed at one tavern here, and they pretty much offered slop. You smell immediately the smell of braised pork, these fried potatoes. You smell like a very warm, delicious breakfast being cooked. Yeah.
There's
I would
there's like a
potatoes.
little bit where Diana starts to flutter towards the door, and then it's like lands. Sorry, y'all. This is weird. I'm tiny. I can't look someone in the eye without flying. No, it's fine. It's fine. I can walk.
Caitlin, it still looks like this water bottle is just on your, like, you
It
just
does look
spilled
like
it. It's so funny. That's
What is that?
better.
Is that the starch spray?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. But you all gather downstairs, and though it is bustling for Barovian standards, there's probably only about 6 people in the building. You do see Rictavio just doing what he does, telling the same stories he was telling yesterday. Um, as you kind of get seated, the owner of the business, the feathered-haired man, kind of walks up to you. Could I interest you in some breakfast, travelers?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It
Am
smells.
I in? Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. God dang it. I was just gonna say to like ask the DM. I forget. Am I like into food? Like, what's up with that?
You were probably very into the smell of food
Mm-hmm.
and the concept of it. You are not hungry at all right now, though. Like, you almost still feel full, like almost even like slightly bloated from your last feeding, and you're beginning to get the concept of you don't need to eat nearly as often, and you don't crave what other people crave necessarily. You still have the memories and emotions tied to food, but it's not quite the same as it used to be.
Weird.
I will
Okay.
also say vampires can still eat normal food. You don't gain sustenance from it, but you can eat it.
Genuinely, I was about to ask you if Nether was immune to my chef feat.
No.
Oh, thank God. Um, who does it look like has the worst hangover?
Irina.
Who has the highest con here?
I have an 18.
14.
15.
I didn't drink.
That's
So
true.
Nether probably is the least hungover.
Um, I'll go to Nether and Amara, and just be like, um, I made us some donuts to go with our breakfast today.
Thank you.
Yeah, here you go. And it looks very much like a Simpsons, like pink frosting sprinkles. It looks as Barbie girl as she can make it.
Perfect.
And it gives you guys 2 extra temporary hit points.
She's gonna just take a bite. Do I have to eat the whole thing? Better question.
No.
Cool. She's gonna just take a bite. Now it's really Simpsons-esque. Just be like, where do you make these?
Oh,
You learn not to question a good thing.
Hey, I'm allowed to question what I want to question. Thank you very much.
In my mind, Diana just has an easy bake oven in their
I
bag.
love it.
That's yeah.
She just travels around with hey, magic exists.
I absolutely love that.
We
Just
just
like,
hear a ding. You know the ding that the easy bake ovens, that ding always just going off.
you just hear that ding go off in her backpack, and she's like,
Oh, there's the
Nowhere.
muffins. They're ready.
okay,
Whole
so
plate of fried potatoes right now.
our plan for today is go around to the shops, see what we can find, and then
Consecrate a church.
go to, obviously, consecrate a church. Do
I
we
think get the
want
fuck
to
out.
do we want to split up to cover more ground over time, or do we want to stick together?
I don't know about going to a church.
Me and Araya can go to the church. Y'all can do the shopping, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm fine
Irina,
with
you want
that.
to go? You want to go shopping?
I would love to go shopping.
Let's do it.
Shopping trip.
All right, so you all eat your breakfast, have a little bit of fresh juice, beet juice, no, the most common juice of Barovia, and make your way out into the street and begin splitting up. Um, we'll go to our church people for their Sunday service last. Um, Everyone else, you find yourself in the streets of Valaki. The people are back on the streets. The um, giant wicker sun is back in construction. You do see in the distance, not even trying to hide himself. Isaac is staring at you from about
That's right.
a football field's distance away. But on this street, you do see a few things. You see the coffin shop is now nearly burnt to the ground. There is not a lot remaining. There's a few guards tearing the last boards down at this point. Just next door, you see a portly man with a monkey on his shoulder, just nodding his head, and he walks back into the shop that is labeled Blitzky's Toys. And those are about the only shops you see here. You do remember closer to the entrance of the town, there was a warehouse that was also labeled as a general goods store. Um, Irina kind of pipes up. Would it be too far of a stretch to just go see what a toy store in the valley has?
Oh, I'm so curious.
Oh, 100%. Also,
Especially about that monkey.
we should spend as little time in the actual streets as possible.
Yes, and my shapeshifting, my disguise self will only last an hour, so at this point I'm just gonna like pop a hood up.
Okay.
I might need that later.
I just kind of, because she has, like, massively long green hair, and is basically just going to put that over top her ears so the pointiness doesn't stick out, and have her cloak that covers her wings. Yes, let's walk over. You guys do this so often.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
Probably not. It's a little miserable, especially in the wrong shoes.
Oh yes. Hopefully your shoes are comfortable. Are you in Kira? Did you give your character like high ass stilettos?
Oh, it's absolutely like green matches her hair. Like if Tinkerbell were in like stilettos, absolutely. They're not
God
made for these
damn
boots
it.
are not made for walking.
The
I
funnier
hate
thing about that
you.
is, I guarantee you that Diana has never actually walked in heels, only floated in them. So this
Yeah,
is like a
exactly. That's
baby
what
deer.
I exactly. I'm gonna watch this. I'm just gonna reach into
She's
my
like
bag
walking
and
across
get
also like a
everything I have.
gravel road in heels.
Yeah,
And is just like, nope.
desperately
Okay.
trying not to roll that ankle over.
Yeah. Do you want to go to the general store first and get some? Oh wait, and I'll just be like, whatever. I have a pair of boots or something that you can.
Sweetheart,
Boot?
sweetheart, you are a very sweet person. Your boots are not gonna fit me.
Oh yeah.
I could probably
Okay,
fit in one of your
so
boots. Yeah,
just
let's
toss me.
see. Actually, it's like the toy store is like a children's store kind of thing, right? Maybe they have
Yeah, and
like
it's like
Some fucking shit.
maybe 150 feet from you right now. It is like just
Oh my
next
god.
door.
Let's go.
okay, let's do it. Maybe they have like children's shoes there.
Probably. Or doll shoes.
So you head over and you do walk past the burnt remains of the coffin shop. The sign hangs on the ground, and there are several guards just prying down the last pieces of lumber and
Oh,
carrying
wow.
them off. Seems the burgomaster was true to his word, and he did burn it down before nightfall.
I will ritual
But you
cast
come
as we're
across this,
walking up detect magic. I want to see if there's anything left of that circle.
not a single ping.
Cool.
You do reach the front of this kind of cramped looking shop. Above it hangs this sign in the shape of a rocking horse that has a bee engraved on both sides. Flanked on each side of the entrance are these two arched lead framed windows. And through the dirty glass, you see a placard that bears a slogan that says, "Is no fun, is no Blitzky."
All right.
Irina is got a little bit of a pep in her step at this point, and she's kind of leading the charge, and she goes through the front door. And as you enter, you see that hanging from every inch of the ceiling are these little marionette dolls. The walls are covered in shelves that have all these different toys, but the toys themselves are not quite right. You see a couple of them is a headless doll that comes with an attachable set of heads, each one with its eyes and mouth sewn shut. You see a miniature gallows complete with a trapdoor and a weighted hangman. You
No.
see a set of nesting dolls. The smaller each one gets, the older it gets, until the innermost doll is a mummified corpse. you see a wooden string mobile of hanging bats with flapping wings, a wind-up musical merry-go-round with figures of snarling wolves chasing children. You see a ventriloquist dummy that looks like Strahd von Zarovich, and you
No.
see a number of dolls that look like Irina herself. And
Absolutely the fuck
there
not.
is this very greasy, portly man in a purple and green, kind of like almost jumpsuit with a big beret that's almost falling off his head. He has a big, wiry beard, and there is a little spider monkey on his shoulder and a pink tutu. And as you enter, um, one second,
What the shit?
Y'all,
he says,
my mother would love this store.
"Welcome, friends, to the House of Blisky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at a bargain price. Perhaps you know a little girl or boy who is looking for a little bit of joy."
Uh,
We're all just like
I'm
stunned.
going to, in a snap emotional decision, I'm going to grab at Nether's hand, um, in a thought that's like, I'm a tiny person.
Oh, I catch on. Um,
As we both just kind of
Irina
look.
also pings this and kind of grabs your hand, Diana, almost like she's guiding a child.
Yes, absolutely. I'm standing here between my two moms.
amazing. Yes. Can I have? I'm gonna say I have shapeshifted beforehand
Mhm.
before this because we're going shopping. Looking like a human. Yes. We are here to get some new toys for our daughter.
Oh, well, you have come to the right place, friend. Blitzky has all sorts of toys. I also take custom commissions at a very fair price.
That's actually really good to know. First of all, shit, you're wearing heels. Fuck. You know, we were actually first of all looking to. Uh, do you have any like small shoes, like possibly
Oh,
for a marionette?
your little girl needs new shoes, yes?
She does. She got before she left. We told her not to try on our shoes, and now she's wearing
Well,
They're
she does
very,
look very fancy, don't you, little one?
they're very
very
pretty, but
pretty.
they don't work no good for walking.
I can take care of this, no worry. Blitzky is a miracle worker.
Perfect.
Piccolo, bring a chair from the back.
Piccolo.
And the monkey jumps and starts swinging from marionette to marionette and like drops and rolls into the back room, grabs a child-sized chair and drags it with like a loud screech into the middle of the floor. Sit, sit. Blitzky will give you a size and he will make shoes right here before your eyes.
Where did you get a monkey, mister?
Well, you are travelers, no? I do not recognize. Yes?
Yeah,
We're
we're just
new.
from
Yeah.
outside, yeah.
This monkey comes from the strange little man who tells stories inside the tavern. He gave it to me at a fair price.
This monkey is from not
This man is a
here.
Van Richten monkey. Um, sure. And I'll go ahead and take a seat and kick off my very, very adult-looking heels, but
And he'll
in a
pull out
very small
like
size.
I'll just
this.
stick him in my backpack for now.
He'll start measuring your foot, like all the angles. Okay, okay. I actually think I can modify a doll's foot for this. Okay, perfect. I got you. You need something for long travel. Yes, you will not be in town for long, having come
No,
from Borovia. Yes.
yeah, we did. We just left recently.
I am no cobbler, but I think I can make something quite fitting of your young girl's look.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Give Blitzky only one moment,
Okay.
At
and he
this
will.
point, I will totally attempt to chat up Blitzky like in the way that a little girl does. And it's like, have you been doing this for like? How long have you been doing this? When did you know you wanted to become a toy maker? I just
45 years I have been a toy maker.
oh my god, tell me about it, and I will let my mom's fucking peruse
Oh,
this
and
shop.
he pulls these little slippers off a marionette and he gets a hammer and he starts cobbling away. He even takes like this paint and matches it to the dress he can see underneath. And it is like this man is very good at what he does. Like he's a very, very talented cobbler and toy maker. And he is just like posing up, do you like it this way? Or and he is having a full conversation, making it exactly to your liking. So when we're done with this, I'll let you describe how they look. But
For sure, I'll do a
um,
fit check.
um, Nether, you and Irina have full charge of this place for about 30 minutes while Blitzky is entertained with Diana. And Irina was very, very excited at first, but upon seeing a toy that looks like her, is no longer vibing.
Yeah, when I assume at that moment we kind of both see it for the first like time
Yes.
together. Can I just grab her hand?
Yeah, and she holds on tightly. And with the other hand, she pulls down the doll of herself and she begins kind of looking it over. Every strand of hair is in the right place. There's a little mole that hides right behind where her hair falls, and it's there. The outfit is the outfit she came to you in.
That's weird as shit. Like the one that we first saw her in.
Yes.
Well, it would be the outfit that everybody would know her for.
Oh,
Yes.
why? Well, but not necessarily. She grew up here. This is
She was indoors her entire life in the city of
right.
Barovia.
Right, and she happened to have the same dress.
I assume she never had a different one. It's very Rapunzel situation.
But she wasn't. No, that's
yes,
weird.
I agree. This is creepy. I'm just saying this is probably the least creepy aspect.
All
of
these
this.
dolls look pretty newly made. There's about 5 of them in total, and they all are this white blouse with a like red shirt underneath, a steel curious over top, plate leggings, and a sword at the hip. The red hair, the dark skin, everything is there to where this is a very recent model.
What?
And as he's hammering away and talking to Diana, he
Can
kind of
I-
looks at Irina a little bit harder for the first time, and his mouth kind of drops.
Can I try to distract him from doing that?
You
Just
can
like
try.
as he looks away and he's still kind of like working around her feet, she'll just be like, "Ow!" Like he accidentally hit her toe or something.
Oh, I am sorry.
Can
Are you okay?
Can I take some of the charcoal that she?
Yeah, of
well, she
course.
has makeup. Can I like just quickly give her like a smoky eye?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And he does turn his attention back. And is there anything you wanted to say, Nether? Because Irina is in a bit of shock and she's just looking over this toy. What do you think?
I don't know. Do we want to? This is weird. It's in her outfit that she's wearing currently, right?
Yes.
That's what's even weirder right now. He's seen you before,
It seems like it.
like recently. Should we? Do you want to talk to him?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then, sure. Yes.
Blitzky. Yes, miss. I'm sure you've noticed by now, but why are you making dolls of me? And he pauses and he kind of drops Diana's foot and looks at her. And he pauses for a moment, looks her up and down. That is a good question. It's not a good look for Blitzky, it would seem. Eh, well. And he's going to do the finishing touches on the shoe as he pauses and kind of just rest them in Diana's lap. There you go, darling. Try them on, see if they fit.
Oh, yes, of course.
Blitzky does not know you. I will start off by I have never seen you before. Um, we have a man in the city. He is the burgomaster's right hand, and he has been afflicted with an obsession with a certain girl, and he
Oh,
dreams of her nightly, and he has been requesting that I make dolls in her image and deliver one once a week to her, to him.
ew, ew. I hate that.
I truly, truly did not mean to push any feelings onto you. I do not know you, ma'am. I was simply taking requests. And she is just kind of ghostly pale at this point.
Yeah, I just squeeze her hand a little tighter.
Insight check?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for it.
can I please? Shit, fuck. Oh, natural 20.
Thank God.
Are you just trying to see if he's telling the truth?
Just
Yeah, like,
like
is he innocent
pick
in
up
all
on
this?
what the fuck.
Has he seen her before?
Yeah,
He's never seen her before. He takes commissions based on what people ask for.
that's wild. He's been this man, not this man, but our friend has been dreaming of Irina to the letter and describing her detail for detail.
Bro, how
It's so weird.
absolutely fucking iced would this guy be if Strahd found out he was dreaming of his girl?
But
Ooh.
you know what that tells me? This man knew her in a past life or something, and he may know some more information on anything. Like, I kind of want to talk to him.
Irina does calm down a little bit at the fact that this is not.
That it wasn't
She's not in
his.
danger from Blitzky necessarily.
Mhm.
Um, how long has this been going on? Probably at least 6 months, if not a bit longer.
Did he ask? Has he come to you recently?
I believe he was here about 3 days ago and picked up another one.
Hmm. When is he due to come to you again?
It's about once a week, so probably for 3 days.
Okay. That would have been too convenient if I could just talk to him here.
You also know that he's following you.
Oh, right. We could actually just fucking talk to him.
Oh.
Um,
I'm not gonna say anything because I'm a little girl.
really good to know.
Look, I truly mean you no harm. Blitzky is just a toy maker.
No, Blitzky, thank you. We really actually understand. You know, it's I'm gonna it's just a little odd to see my wife on in a toy.
And you see Irina blush heavily at this point. I thought these were all concepts, not real people. I will never make another one, and well, I will probably make more in her image just to save my own skin, but I truly mean no harm by it.
Well, maybe don't let him know that we're here, at least until Mama wants to talk to him.
Of course.
Right. Yeah, I'm we'll have a little conversation with him. Kindly, of course. And I won't bring up
I
I
do
mean,
have a letter from him that is his exact description. It may not be of much use, but it's something.
would love actually to see this letter if you don't mind.
Yeah, and he goes back behind his little storefront cashier area, and there's a crumpled, like rolled up piece of paper, and he hands it to you. And you open it up, and it is the most spot on young adult fan fiction like description of a person that you can get.
uh he hasn't brought you back any of the toys that he's played with, right?
No, it seems he is amassing a collection.
How big are these? Are they like
They're doll-sized.
okay? Cool.
He is a
Just wondering.
collector, I assume.
Understandable. Well, thank you. Darling, did you have any other questions? Did you want to get a toy? I know you were talking about one.
Well, that would be amazing, yes, and also, these shoes are wonderful, mister. You can tell me, keeping our secret. You magic.
Just a little bit.
She does like the most to you guys it would be the most noticeable fake little girl giggle.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. Since I have brought you hardships that Blitzky never intended, keep the shoes and let me get something from my old works, my personal works. And he'll
Thank
walk
you.
into the back, and he will bring out this little plush wolf that is actually the only cute thing that has been produced in this place.
That's really cool.
It is just this solid white wolf plushie, and he'll hand it to Diana. People of the city, they're so drab and dreary. They want all these horrible, horrible toys made. Blitzky likes cute little toys, but it's not what people buy anymore.
Well, I'll tell you that's much more what we're into. Do you know, like, has anyone told you why they all want toys of Strahd or anything like that?
I assume it's a way of worship to keep the demons at bay, or I don't know, really. People here, and he kind of whispers this, they're all a bit dead in the eyes, not what they used to be when Blitzky was young. Happiness is a memory of the past, but I try to keep it alive.
When he says dead in the eyes, the irony is not lost on Nether.
If you ever have a commission or need something else, I would more than happy to make it for you.
Thank you. That's just a do you have any toys of your monkey friend here, Piccolo?
Me and him have become friends rather recently, so I haven't had time. But I could start making them.
I mean, I'm sure people would love to buy something like that.
You like my monkey?
I do. How long have you had him?
Oh, nearly a week now, not too long.
Oh,
Only since
really recent.
our traveler friend has come in town. Um, though I do enjoy his company, I am willing to part with him for a small favor.
Oh, what favor would that be?
You see, I personally am inspired by a certain man. A man of legend, a legendary toy maker. His name is Von Weirg. And I'll put that in chat.
I always like to see how close I am with that spelling. Nah, I got close. Chetney Pockby.
It is said he made the most legendary toy that has ever existed. A small mechanical man with a soul attached to his body so he can dance and sing like a real person would. The only trouble is he resides in Castle Ravenloft, but I would also love to have my hands on him.
Why the fuck does he reside there? That's a little weird.
It was a gift originally.
Oh no, sorry. That was very out of character, but
I would be willing to give you Piccolo and whatever toys you may desire if you could bring small Piddlewick back to me.
wait, did you make him?
No, Von Weirg did.
Oh,
But
what was his name?
Von Weirg,
No, the
Piddlewick.
man that he just
Piddlewick.
Piddlewig. Piddlewig. That's the mechanical man. I get close.
In my notes, I just called him Mecha Pinocchio.
Mecha Pinocchio. Okay. How did you find out about Piddlewick?
Well, I am somewhat of a disciple of von Weirg. I learned all of my toy crafts from his writings, and some 50 years ago or so, he was given this gift to the Lord of the Lands.
Interesting. And how did he come to reside in Castle Ravenloft?
As I said, it was a gift to the Lord of the Lands. He gave it
Oh,
to
he
Strahd.
would. Oh, Piddlewick was the gift to Strahd. I see. Okay.
And then I guess he was
Interesting.
just so great at making toys that he wanted to keep them around forever.
I assume so. Wouldn't you want your creations to last in eternity? I know I would.
Well, I think this is how you are gonna last in eternity.
You should come back another time. I will prepare a special toy just for you.
Thank you, mister. Uh, we should get going, guys. Before it gets dark.
Definitely.
She's gonna grab both of your hands and kind of pull you guys outside.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good day. Make sure to smile more.
On our way out, I will be smiling very wide. But
Guys, having a conversation
I
with
will
Isaac is
also-
not a good fucking idea.
That's freaky, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
We need to leave. Like, soon.
Okay.
Uh, let's just do some general looking around, see if there's anything else, and then
You know,
we'll go and meet them by the church, but not in the church.
is there anything that we need at like the general store, or can we just maybe like do we need anything? Like sure we could do with some stuff, but like necessity.
Let me go back over my notes. That there is a general store, but there doesn't seem to be really much else, right?
There was like one other place. What was it, Josh?
The general store was
Um,
also like a warehouse for like caravans and stuff. There are no other shops in the city.
Do we have eyes on Isaac?
Make a perception check for me.
Natural one.
Nope. I'll make one for Irina.
That's a powerful 7.
Irina rolled an 18, so
Oh, good. She at least knows.
Oh, she knows. she
She
knew
kind of
before you left
points
the fucking room.
across the street, and you see Isaac leaned up in an alleyway just at the opening of it, kind of scratching his chin with this long, like monstrous claw, keeping an eye on you.
He's now icky in my mind.
Do we want to get like maybe a healer's kit or something, just in case maybe
Something
one
to
of us
those-
goes down?
Yeah, that may be helpful. I used my one and only healing thing. The fuck potion. There we go.
Yeah.
Last time when I almost died. So yeah,
And
that might make sense.
turns out that curative spells don't really work on you anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
That's rough. Yeah, let's just swing by the general store, see if anything maybe jumps out at us.
I'm gonna as we're kind of turning away, I'm just gonna look at Irina and just say, "Are you okay, by the way?"
As good as I
Relatively.
can be given the circumstances.
Yeah.
The sooner we leave, the better I'll be.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to keep an eye on him.
Yeah. That's a good idea. You know what? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Do we want to, by the way, keep playing up this, like, mommy-daughter thing?
We can. I mean, he knows, obviously, but we can play that up for now, at least. I look a lot like you right now, which can't be normal. for you.
We're all in an odd social situation right now.
Yeah.
But I can't say this is the first time I've played a mommy daughter. It's usually a prank or a way to like steal something. But
Not where I thought you were going with that.
No.
Thank you, Caitlin. No, we. Yeah, that's fine. How are the shoes?
Actually, they're quite amazing. And
Great.
for the fit check,
Yeah.
you're looking at like kind of earthen green, like kind of pseudo leather ballerina flats. Pointed
That's
toe,
cute.
but like super like soft interior. That she's just like, I don't even think I need to wear socks with these. If I'm honest, like these are.
And even with them, they have like an extra piece of leather and a strap up towards the ankle to kind of keep her feet straight because he noticed how she was walking. So not only is it more aesthetic, it is also more functional.
Functional. Caitlin.
I was gonna say, hear me out. Ballerina flats arguably more painful to walk in than high heels, but
Honestly.
These are artisanally crafted to have the look of the ballerina flats. They're open-toed, but come out further to give that look. This man makes small shoes every day.
Right.
So like,
That's
there's
great.
an aesthetic that belies the usefulness and the comfortability.
Yes.
She's like,
Sweet.
that man does not deserve to live in this town.
No. No, he doesn't. And that wolf made you is really cute.
It's really cute, isn't it? I mean, like, I could see why they don't, because they got a problem with wolves around here, right? So they probably don't want to have, like, wolf iconography around. But, like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't fucking want it.
Yeah, it's really
But she is going to
okay.
put it in her bag so that she can hold on to both of her mom's hands.
And
Oh my gosh, we're like you're in the middle and we're like
yeah.
Absolutely. She takes a second and does, like, one of the swing things. She's, like, fully fucking with both of you.
And Irina gets fully caught up in the moment where she's living this life. She swings you back
I
and
mean,
forth.
I'm living this life, but I'm also like, you know what? This works. It plays into the we're having fun here in this city concept. Let's do it.
But you make your way down the road, about 10-minute walk, and you reach the RSX stockyard, which is it is this large fenced-in warehouse area where there's multiple like wagons parked, and in the back, kind of near like a stable area, there is a small shop, and you see a older woman kind of smoking a pipe and just sitting outdoors. One thing you do notice is a large carnival-esque wagon painted very colorfully, and it says, one moment.
Last time we saw a wagon, it sold human pies, so I'm a little
No,
wary.
it is a very colorfully painted wagon with like tassels and bells, and it says Rictavio's Traveling Carnival.
Oh, what?
Rick
How
Tavio's
big is
Traveling
this?
Carnival, which we now know to be Von Richten's shack of crazy crap.
Yeah, and as you're kind of walking closer to the building, the wagon suddenly lurches as though something big has thrown itself against the inside wall. You hear the cracking of wood scraping a metal and the snarl of something inhuman. You kind of peek over, and you see that the sides of the wagon are splattered with dry blood, and you see an inscription on the wagon's doorframe that says, "I bring you from shadows into light."
There's a fucking dog. Shadows into light.
There is this back, like, big door on the back of it with barred windows.
Can we see anything through it?
Would you like to try?
I don't want to get too close.
How
but...
close do we have to get to try?
It's pretty dark in there.
Shit. I mean, I can see pretty well in the dark, though.
Give me a perception check.
Natural one. Again, that's the second natural one in a row for the record. Can't see.
I'll give
nothing.
Irina a roll.
I think I
Not
see
good.
it.
Do any of you guys have like a candle or something?
No, but Irina is going to grab you by the waist, Diana, and just pick you up to eye level.
Oh, thanks. I guess I'll make my perception check.
Do you see anything in there?
Is there any light coming from there
Sweet
at all?
fuck
Like
off.
any
No.
sort of candle? Damn
None of you rolled above a 10?
Nope, I got a 2.
it. Fine.
Okay.
We all rolled trash. Wow. We need the holy wives.
Um,
Oh, yes. We can do that. Let us finish this up and we'll take a quick break. Danny, do you need to go to bed anytime soon, or are you good to keep
Yeah,
going
how are you
forward?
doing on time?
I'd be good for another hour.
Wait.
I'm
hell yeah.
vibing.
So are we going to go to a break then?
Let's finish up y'all shopping and then we'll go to break right
Okay. I am gonna try and prestidigitate a light within the thing to maybe give us a better shot at seeing this.
All right, go ahead and give me one more perception check, Diana.
That is a natural 20.
All
Damn,
right.
that's better than my natural ones.
You kind of just hold your hand out, and this like almost glitter or stardust floats from your hand into the inside of this wagon, and you see a saber-toothed cat, brown, long-fanged, with plate armor adorning every inch of its body.
Oh my god, you're so fucking cool. There's a big. Sorry, they probably don't like your daughter swearing. There's a big old kitty cat, and he's got armor on, and he's so cool.
So it wasn't a dog. It was the opposite of a dog.
That's what you gleaned from this?
Seems like this Von Richten fellow is extremely good at what he does.
So this is the guy that was in the
He had the gun?
bar at the tavern last night.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm a lot of the things he's saying now I don't think were such BS.
I think he was telling the truth.
Yep.
Oh my god, this man is holy bang bang Bart. Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
Fuck, the holy wives are
He's
never
not
gonna
around.
believe us. There's no way.
No. I mean, they're not gonna believe us about that entire encounter with this. I forgot his name already.
With the Blitzky?
Yeah, that one.
I mean, we got the shoes to prove it. She
Good
just kind of
point.
does like a
You,
little
in
strut.
fact, just choose to prove it.
Okay, let's go to the general store.
Yes.
And you kind of shake off that encounter and you walk up to where this woman's standing and she dumps the ash out and kind of like tucks the pipe away. Uh, um, pleasure. You're looking for something good. Let's step inside. Let's step inside. And you come inside the building and it's very small, almost like 15 feet by 10 feet. It is a very small shopping space. You can see pretty much everything they own on the shelves. And the woman kind of just leans back against the wall. What can I do you for?
We're looking for any sort of healing potions or healing things in general.
It's a bit out of our wheelhouse. This is just general goods. And I will say, just for your information, they have pretty much everything here for basic adventuring gear
Yeah.
on the shelves. But the first thing you notice is everything is marked up 5 times the price that it's listed in the DMG.
Damn. Fair.
When she says like that's a bit out of our wheelhouse,
Yeah.
do I get the feeling that she's
That
being
it's not
truthful,
quite-
or is there maybe something she's hiding in the back and just waiting for the proper
100% truthful. This is,
Oh, okay.
I mean, If you want it, you'll buy it, and they don't have a lot.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I just look at Irina and I just say, is there anything we need aside from a healer's kit?
I mean, I think we're doing okay on rations for right now. We have our basic kits. It wouldn't hurt to have more, but at these prices, I don't think it's worth it.
Would I be able to get supplies here to create a forgery kit?
Yeah, you could probably find that.
Um,
Um,
what would that run at this marked up price?
well, let me see. You would probably need
5 times. Holy shit.
it is 5 times.
So much.
Forgery.
Wild gift. 20 gold.
So 1 ounce of ink would cost 50 gold.
Oh shit. 1 ounce. That's a shot glass worth.
Parchment would cost 5 silver pieces. And a quill would cost about 5 gold pieces. So that'd be just
Damn.
about everything you needed.
Cool.
It seems
55 gold
ink is in
pieces.
pretty high demand. Like, it's not something that's commonly made around here. Honestly, just the DM telling you, you probably have a better time just finding that stuff than buying it here.
Honestly, yeah, we do.
That's entirely valid.
Most shops in Barovia are set to rip you off.
Yeah, that's rough. All right, fuck that. Bye.
Well, we'll take a. I guess we'll think about it as we're going on our walks.
That's right.
And we just kind of leave and we're like,
Yep.
Okay.
that being said, okay, so let's be honest with ourselves. We think this Van Richten guy, we think he's magical, right?
It seems so.
We're talking about the
Mm-hmm.
what name did you just say?
Rictavio?
Rick Tavio.
Oh, the guy who. Okay, literally.
His alias is Rictavio. His name is Rudolf von Richten.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You may know him from Von Richten's Guide. Yeah.
Von
Okay.
Richten's Guide to fucking
I see.
Ravenloft.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think I'm like, do you think he knows how to identify things?
Probably. What do you need to identify?
Well, I have a potion of enchantment thing, and then I have the 3 weird ass fucking elixirs that I got from the hags area.
I don't see why I couldn't.
The
Do you
one
think
of,
he's
like-
in his?
Like courage and heart and fucking
Right.
mommy milk.
Thought I had something too. Oh, that's right, mommy's milk or
Yeah,
whatever it
we
was.
do. Great,
Right.
great mommy milk or elixir.
I don't even want you to guess at what that does.
I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, I feel like he would know some stuff. We could ask him. He seemed to. It depends. He seems like he'll be at the tavern tonight if we want to ask him in a more quiet or subtle way. Or he might be. We could just ask him now. Do you have a preference?
Let's head back and kind of rendezvous with the ladies.
Yeah, I think it's probably about time.
And then, well, because also only one of us has actually talked to the guy, so it might be better if we kind of have Amara by
If he
our
brings
side.
it up. Yeah.
As he's like, who the fuck are you and how do you know I'm this guy?
Yeah.
And then he just like casts Disintegrate on us and then blows us to Kingdom Come.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Sounds like a good idea. We'll talk to
So-
him tonight.
To the church?
To the
To the
church!
All right, and we are going to take our break, and then we'll hop in with the Holy Wives, and then we'll start wrapping up before too long, y'all.
All right, folks, we're going to be heading to ourselves a little bit of a break. If you guys like what you're seeing, don't forget to hit that follow button. You'll be notified about when we go live, and we will see you guys in a bit.
Welcome back, everyone, to Campfire Stories RPG. We're going to dive right back into Curse of Strahd with our two Holy Wives. They were making their way to St. Andrew's Church with the remains of St. Andrew himself to reconsecrate the grounds. As the two of you approach the church, you do see Father Lucian kind of standing outside. He is in shambles. He is kind of turning people away from the church at this point. And as he sees you, he does breathe a slight breath of relief. It's good to see you. I hope you bring good news.
Yes. Is there somewhere we can speak, perhaps privately?
I have emptied the chapel. Let us step inside.
Okay.
And he leads you inside and closes the door behind you. You found the remains, I hope.
Yes. And I'll pull the bones out of my bag.
Perfect. Thank you. Things are not well in Vallaki, as I'm sure you know. The coffin maker's shop was burnt to the ground last night. And it seems that I don't know exactly how, but word got around to the Burgomeister that Mill was responsible, and he was taken from us.
I'm very sorry.
Things like this do happen, but I had hoped that my influence changed the boys for the better. I mean, he was only 15. There was still room for him to make a better life for himself, but I suppose that has been robbed now. Such are most innocent things in the valley.
Our hope is that we can bring change to that.
You are also a follower of Lythander, are you not?
Yes.
Would you do me the honor of performing the ceremony with?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And he will lead you back outside and back around to the undercroft, and he'll place the bones out, kind of forming the skeleton of the saint that once ruled this temple. And he'll kneel in prayer with the two of you and pray to Lythander. And he casts the spell ceremony, and kind of like this holy light radiates around him and you. And Amara, you feel a deep connection with Lythander, the first time you have since you've been in the valley. And you do hear a voice. My darling child, you have worked so hard to bask in the light, my glory, and you have done well. The decisions you've been faced with are unfair and not of my creation. You are just a bit out of my reach, but I gift you my power still. May you bring sunlight to this dark place. Remember the teachings that you've learned throughout your life. Remember the good that fills your heart. Push away the darkness, embrace the light, and bring good to this wretched place. I know you have done things that you in your heart may consider evil, but I do not see it as so. Your survival is important, for you are the one who will bring light to the valley. And that is all you hear.
It is like a weight is lifted off of her shoulders to be replaced with an even heavier burden But there is a very brief moment of relief that she was able to connect truly again.
And you both get this feeling of peace while in this area, especially freshly consecrated. There is a feeling of protection here. And both of you, with your holy backgrounds, do feel this place is now a safe haven for the people of Valai. I cannot thank you enough, and you will always be welcome behind our chapel doors.
Father, there were a few more reasons I wanted to speak with you privately.
Of course.
The coffin maker. He was who acquired the bones. The reason that it's being destroyed is because when we entered, there were vampire spawn inside, waiting to be unleashed upon the city. It seems like they took away the only safe haven the city had and were planning on raising it.
I see.
The city is, I'm sure, as you know, not as safe as the Burgomaster likes to claim it is.
Nowhere is truly safe in Barovia, my child.
No.
But now we have a line of defense. We have somewhere we can bring the children. We can keep them safe here.
Be careful. We won't be in town for much longer, but if it's all right, if the children can stay with you, I think our other guest will be coming with us.
Very well. May sunlight once again shine upon our valley. And
May the light guide you.
And may you walk in his glory.
We'll take our leave.
All right, so you both begin heading out, and just as you're beginning to close in on the kind of like warehouse district, you do kind of bump into Nether, Diana, and Irina.
To watch as the two of them swing Diana between them, and I just elbow Araya to see it. What the fuck do they think they're doing?
I don't even have a guess.
How long? Hang on. How long do you think before the two of them kiss?
Which two?
Nether and Irina. You should have heard the things they were talking about last night. I mean, it was cute, you know, but
I think that it'll be Irina that kisses her,
yes.
and I think I give it within the week.
I was thinking the same thing, so it's not even worth betting. I fully agree with you.
Irina does take notice of you too, and immediately she kind of looks down at her hand and kind of gets the presence of mind that Diana's child, and this probably looks really weird from the outside. And she kind of pulls her hand away and kind of just wipes the look off her face. Did you take care of it?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Hi.
A lot happened. I'm not really sure where to start. Yeah.
I mean, we were able to check out the toy shop. A lovely man inside made me some new shoes. We pulled off kind of like a mom's and daughter shtick. Honestly, these two are quite naturals at it.
At being parents
Well,
together.
I mean, it helps when your child is a fully grown adult.
Does
Maybe, I don't know. I'm fully responsible for my own shenanigans, but
That's not the important part, though.
uh-huh.
No, that is true. We just kind of learned a lot of interesting things. Should we go back to our room?
We should go back
so.
to our
We should go back to our room. Hey, also, Amara.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could get me an in with that Rick Tavio guy?
So,
Okay, because I have a bunch of vials of various magic bullshit, and I would love to get them identified.
we'll see what we can do with them.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. And we will head back to our private room where we
All
are
right.
not being watched.
You make your way back to the Blue Water Inn. Just as dead as before. You see Rick Tavio has left. You actually, as you're making your way there, you kind of pass him and you see he's carrying an apple in one hand and a raw piece of meat in the other. And he gives you a nod, Amara. And he
Oh, it
says,
was for the cat. I was
"Well,
like,
I'll be
what?
back at the tavern in about 15 minutes or so."
Sounds good.
Can't wait to hear more of your stories.
Of course, of course. I have many to tell you.
Um, and as we're like walking upstairs to the room, he has a big old fucking cat.
Explains the raw meat.
It's in plate armor.
What?
Right?
Like a battle cat?
He has a fucking bat. He rides in on a battle cat. This man is so fucking cool.
I was about to say, that's pretty badass. I kind of like hated him at first, I'm gonna be honest. I went downstairs to make fun of him, but that's pretty cool.
Fucking cool.
He seems like such a cool dude.
I now really want a battle cat.
Well, hey,
Maybe we can ask him for it.
I can't do a battle cat for you, but we might be able to get a monkey. And
Yeah,
I say that
about
like
that.
as we walk in and just shut the door.
As you shut the door, the toy maker has toys of Irina.
I think that before you started that pause, you should have kept on speaking.
Huh?
No,
What are those words?
You keep
Fucking
explaining. I
explain
mean, like,
Oh yeah, so
Oh,
toys of Irina.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yes, yeah.
I feel like you pausing there. I feel like it's self-explanatory that you should have kept explaining why.
Oh,
From how long?
so here's the thing. Sounds like our man Isaac has,
An obsession.
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
He's been having dreams of a woman who looks, and I don't mean
Exactly.
like Irina. I mean like he has a likeness of her dress.
I don't
The weird
like
part-
that.
No, I don't
I
like it either.
Really don't like that.
It's not a
Mm-mm.
likable
There's-
thing.
it's not a likable thing at all, but perhaps Irina he's been dreaming of. What if it's Tatiana? I mean, I don't know if you looked the same necessarily, but
I don't know, but it's down to my clothes and armor.
That's what the weird part is.
Like her current clothes and armor.
our plan still remains to leave at nightfall, right?
Oh fuck.
Better be.
Then hopefully we won't ever have to worry about it again.
So we could get a monkey.
That's
Right.
Okay.
So
Apparently, there's a toy maker that. Can you? What's his name? What's this guy's name?
Blitzky.
no,
Blitzky,
not
thank
Blitzky.
you. I just-
Von.
No, I know.
Weirg.
Oh,
I just needed that one. But Blitzky looks up to this guy called Von Weirg. He is now apparently the toy maker for Strahd in his castle.
is he
But he-
commonly commissioned by Strahd?
I assume. He apparently made him a gift of this mechanical man named Fiddlewick.
Blinsky did.
No, Von Weird.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
You're good. I was very confused too.
This little metal man has soul.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Has a soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like-
like
Ooh.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
and he can like
And
get up
it's-
and dance and stuff. And
it's in
Strahd,
Strahd's position.
Oh, I don't like
Possession.
that.
yeah. So he's like, hey,
Yep.
if you guys can get me that toy that like I've always wanted, I'll give you this monkey. Now, here's the thing. Whole fucking, like, whole full circle. The monkey came
Oh, right.
from Rick Tavio.
Like a week ago.
I think I'm more confused than before you started talking, honestly.
Welcome to how I've been feeling the last about 3 hours.
Okay, so Rictavio von Richten has Big Cat,
Big cat.
Monkey,
He had little monkey.
guns.
Yes.
Guns.
Okay, we're gonna leave that there. And then there's a toy. Strahd wants toys, but specifically,
I don't know if Strahd wanted
Oh,
the
I
toy,
feel
but he
wants-
was
he
was
wanted
given
toys.
the toy.
Was given toys and now has Toy Maker. Just chilling in his castle.
okay,
So at some point,
all right. And
if we
then
ever run into that, which I would love to never go back there again, we may run into a Toy Maker.
biggest weird thing. Isaac has
Oh,
been
yeah.
dreaming about Irina to the point where he's obsessively having toys made of looking like a, okay, all right.
Yes,
How-
that to me takes the cake.
DM, can I ask a favor?
Yeah.
The Tylenol, please.
Would it be would it be possible for disguise self to be cast on someone other than yourself?
No.
You wouldn't let me?
No. It says self.
Damn it.
And
I
who
have
I
would
was-
you
invisibility.
cast on. I mean, you can turn
Like-
yourself into Irina and feed into this weird obsession if you want to. That's up to you.
That's true.
Yeah,
We could
that's-
pull a fucking Harry Potter and 3 of us walk out as Irina.
Hey, so I read that book, and that was a stupid fucking plan when they did it.
Yeah, it was. But we
so
wouldn't be fully splitting up. Like, we
right.
wouldn't be going off in different directions. It would just be, there's now 3 of us trying to make an escape together in case they try to grab one of them.
Fair, but also Irina has a disguise kit she's been keeping in her fucking bloomers this entire time.
Uh-huh.
Bloomers.
So apparently, like, that's all fine. She's been keeping like information, disguise kits. I don't know what the hell she's got in there.
Okay.
With
Forget
respect,
about the
Irina.
plan for right now.
Do you like just out of curiosity, do you have like lockpick tools? Like what else do you have?
She's going to dig around in her bag. And she's got like a couple sets of bobby pins that could be used as that.
Oh my god, she actually.
This is good to
fucking-
know.
That's wild.
I mean, I brought everything I thought I would need.
And I mean, I guess disguising yourself is a thing that you would need because you are a very hunted for young lady by just the worst men. Like,
The worst
girl,
men
you
ever.
deserve better. I
I
mean,
Don't even like men. They kind of scare me.
Yeah,
I understand.
because they're scary.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
if
if
I had
I-
to be trapped in the woods with a man or a bear,
I would choose the bear.
100% choose the bear.
100% choose the bear every time.
Every time.
And I mean, like, look, you're in good company. You're in a good company of women who love women. So
Yeah.
I know it feels like we all just kind of push each other up and better each other. It's great.
it's great.
I mean, it's pretty great. Could be better.
Where is the I love
different-
lesbians
it's-
t-shirts?
We need it.
I'm gonna make that, and it's just gonna be Castle Ravenloft in the background, and all the text is gonna be in lesbian pride.
Don't tempt me with a good time, y'all. Hold
Alexa, you're the graphic design one. Come
you
on.
got it. I got it, man.
Oh my god.
I'm on it.
Congratulations, that's officially going to be the thumbnail for this freaking playlist.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, so what else is there to do in this town? Are we just waiting until nightfall until we leave?
We need to have that conversation with Von Richten.
Yeah, I want to take a bit of a convo with him, see if I could get some of this stuff identified. Because I don't know what these 3 elixirs do, or this last enchantment potion. So it would be really good to know what tools we have at our disposal before I just start tossing back shit.
And then were there any other noticeable landmarks in the town?
Not necessarily, no. I feel like y'all have kind of you've visited everywhere of note.
Yeah, and I don't want to go back to the Burgomeister's place. I'm sure he's got tons of gold and bitches, but I don't want any of them.
And something going on in the attic, but honestly, I hope it kills you, dude.
So,
Oh no, what if the attic is trying to, like, make the dolls of Irina into, like, an Irina simulacrum?
Kira.
That's
No.
We got the real one, we're leaving.
Uh,
so I'm not allowed regicide before we go?
Honestly, if we ever need to stop back by the town, then full regicide.
Okay.
I just realized, by the way, that Ivan the Tolerable followed us a couple hours ago, and so we've got ourselves a new follower for, like, the first time in about a month now, which is pretty awesome. Thank you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who did?
Ivan the Tolerable. I thought at first you said Isaac, and I thought you
Wait, but isn't
I guess
Ivan
you'd name
like,
Ivan
the guy?
is a character in
Yeah,
this campaign.
He's here.
And he is now known as the Tolerable. Oh, God.
Welcome to the
That's
He's
stream,
the
my
tolerable
friend.
one, and then there's the douche.
Welcome. Didn't we have a name? Well, you're now a camper. That's what we were calling you.
Yes. But yes, so I think we just stick around and wait until Rudolph comes back, and then we talk to him, and then we wait for nightfall, and then we get the fuck out of here.
Literally not gonna call him anything. Like, I'm only gonna think of the red-nosed reindeer.
But you all do wait, and Amara, you kind of like sit over the like little balcony guard railing and wait until Rictavio shows back up, and it's maybe 30 minutes, and he comes back in, and he sits down and begins to have a drink.
I'll walk down. First round's on me.
Thank you, friend. I would appreciate that.
Sure. I have a bit of a
He's
favor
actually curious.
to ask.
Of course. Yes. And he'll down his drink. Do we need to talk somewhere more privately?
Preferably.
Very well. Would you prefer your room or mine?
We can go to mine.
Okay. I would very much to meet those traveling companions of yours.
That's actually one of the favors, is just to meet everyone and know who you'd be dealing with.
Okay. And he follows you upstairs and into the room. He is kind of taken aback because he didn't really realize how many of you there were at once.
Right.
And as the door shuts behind him, he will pull the hat off and reveal this probably like mid-50s to early 60s man. Bit of a receding hairline, gray, wiry hair, very well dressed. Rudolph von Richten, a pleasure to meet you all.
Great to meet you too.
Hi there, Diana Denov. So I've been told, and obviously I can see that you are quite a magical man. We picked up some things over our travels, and I don't have the ability to kind of see their magical makeup. And I was wondering maybe if you could tell us what they do.
Of course. Give me just a moment. Let me run to my room and get my briefcase. He puts the hat back on, and he leaves, and a few moments pass. And give me 1 second.
do love that he went by Rick Tavio. Like, what?
Rickton, Rictavio.
Yeah.
really. It's so subtle.
Yeah.
And he does come back in about 5 minutes with this large brown briefcase, and he pops it open, and you see a number of things in here. Couple what you assume to be magical items. You see a shotgun, and you see just some basic spellcasting components.
For a random
And
fucking shotgun.
he rubs his hands together. All right, let me see what you have, and we'll go from there.
Very well. I'm going to. I believe those are the only 4 that I have, but I'm going to look through my thing. Oh no, the wand is my arcane focus. So yes, I have my potion of enchantment and my elixirs times 3, which I did not write down the names of because they're uncomfortable.
They're uncomfortable.
I do have them. I do have them in the notes, though. I believe.
Mother's milk. Something to do with laughing or joy, something.
You think it was
Do
like
you want me
laughter?
to find the actual names? When did we get them?
We got the elixirs in the Hag's Tower. We got the potion. We got 2 potions prior to that. I don't remember where. And then I downed one of them, and it was a potion of disguise self that did not help me at all during that fight.
So you had 2 potions remaining from the hags.
I have all 3.
We
Okay.
have mother's milk, laughter, youth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I downed the illusion potion, but I still have the one of enchantment.
Okay, so you set these potions out, and he begins casting Identify on them. And the enchantment potion is a potion of heroism,
Love that.
which is very, very good. The potion of youth, he tells you, essentially is a potion of beauty. So what it does is it brings you to, regardless of your age, to about 25 years old, gives you a very beautiful face, hair, voluptuous frame. It is better known among like common folk in Faerun as like a potion of seduction.
I borrow that.
You are already beautiful, Mal.
You're so hot. Shut the fuck up.
Also, you're married. You get it last.
That's fair.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
We'll give it to
One
Arlo.
Fuck yeah.
That's what he'll use for his job in the brothel.
His job interview.
He just turns into that one Shaggy after he drunk the potion of being like super mega buff, you know?
Or
How old is
I'll-
Arlo, Josh?
Well, I was thinking of Girl Shaggy. Was that not a thing?
Arlo is
Yeah.
26.
That's where my brain.
He goes
went when
back
you
a
said
year.
Shaggy.
I'm gonna date myself even harder with an even farther back reference.
Oh God.
To me, it's gonna be like the episode of Family Matters where you
No,
had
very good.
sexy Urkel.
That's fair.
Like he steps in the machine, then he comes out and he's all like buff and suave, and you know what the guy actually looks like in real life.
Yeah.
So, the potion labeled laughter, it contains an infectious disease called cackle fever, and you
Is
can
that
look
an
up the
STD?
yeah, and you can look up that STD in Google or the DMG. And mother's milk is a dose of the poison known as pale tincture, which you can also look up on Google or in the DMG.
What?
Pale tincture.
It's just paleo.
It is not that.
Okay. That is so... I will go ahead and look those up when we are off screen.
He's also going to kind of like after he finishes casting. As I said before, I do have some business here, and it may be a little bit before I'm back at my tower, at least a few days, depending on how things go, really. Um,
We've got a few stops to make before then, so it's just fine.
What kind of
where
business?
are you intending to go?
The Wizard of Wine?
Okay. You have a taste for were ravens, it would seem. Good luck.
Were ravens?
Arden,
What do
you can't
you.
just drop that and then
What,
not.
yeah, what do you mean by that?
My man.
Oh, you didn't know? I thought you were all much more perceptive. This tavern is actually ran by the Order of the Feather, a
That
group of were
speaks.
ravens that are working against Strahd. I'm trying to get as much information as I can. As I can tell, Erwin, Danica, Brahm, and Bray are all were ravens, and their cousins come by pretty frequently.
Sorry, I
Um,
didn't tell you guys.
Yeah, come on,
Their
Danica.
cousins are about 2 weeks too late, so we were trying to
That makes
ascertain what was
so
going on
much
with them.
more sense, guys. The ravens can help you find it.
Yeah,
Oh!
Yeah.
They weren't meaning actual birds.
the were
They are
ravens.
were ravens.
I've been trying to make them into allies, but it is a bit precarious with, my circumstance being an enemy of the Vistani and Strahd.
What exactly are your plans in Velaki?
There's a
If you don't.
small encampment of Vistani, not the good ones that you've met, not that any of them are, but these in particular don't align themselves with Madame Ava, and my intentions are very simple. When the festival happens, will release my cat on them, and I will pick them off one by one.
Sure. Does your cat have a name?
No, I assume he'll die in the battle. I don't name things that I am sending to their death.
Wee.
If he doesn't die,
Can we
could
have
he?
him?
Can we have him?
Sure. I have many gifts for you, essentially because I want you to help me
With?
in killing Strahd.
Mm.
Oh, that's cool, because we were like, that's actually super convenient. We were going to do that shit anyway.
And perhaps wiping out the Vistani, depending on how things go.
Yeah, we'll see how things go on that one.
I think that you should give the cat a name so that you know what to put on the tombstone in the off
Fine.
chance that they die.
Bartholomew.
Good. I usually give, this is
We'll
Danica
put
speaking,
Or-
I
we'll put-
usually give them old white man names. That's why my dragon's
too.
name's Rupert. That's why I named the spider Gerald.
We'll put
My card's
3
name is
E's.
Timothy.
We'll put 3 E's in the Mew part. So Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
How about
Okay.
Bartholomew?
No,
Bartholomew.
that's stupid.
Oh, the social shutdown. Okay, so you're planning on doing this at the festival here?
Yes.
That would be a really good distraction to get the fuck out of town.
That
Are we
actually
waiting that long?
a
I
great
wouldn't
idea.
recommend staying around that long,
Yeah.
especially with Mr. Isaac's obsession with your compatriot here. Don't think I haven't
Yeah.
noticed.
Do you know any more information on that?
I did slip into the Burgomaster's mansion at one point and did a little bit of sleazing around. All I could make out is one, um, their son Victor is up to some strange rituals in the attic. And Isaac's room is covered in these dolls of your friend here.
The Burgomaster actually said at one point when he found out that we wanted to leave that we reminded him of his son.
Right.
So apparently we'd get along really well.
From what I've gathered, the son is a madman, same as his father, with different ideals. He wishes to leave the valley, and he's forming some flaccid construction of a transportation portal, but it won't work.
Would he be a good ally? Is he someone that we should get to know before we leave?
Absolutely not. I would avoid him, honestly. He's a recluse.
I'm going to give it about 2 hours and then avoid this entire town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you're intending to travel southward, there are a few things that you should worry about. One, you'll be off the beaten path. The Spalitz Road does not go south, it goes east to west. That is it. So the woods are dangerous, for one. Perez, very dangerous. Argenvostolt, very dangerous. Yester Hill, possibly the most dangerous, depending on who's there.
Sounded like it.
All right.
So everywhere, dangerous.
Yes. Now I had told your friend Amara here that you could come by, but it seems as though you'll be southward. There'll be certain things you need to take care of. So I will give you what I can for now, and perhaps it'll aid you. It
What
would be
kind?
in my best interest if you survived. So please do.
That's the
We
goal.
plan on it.
We're gonna try.
That is the plan.
He is going to pull the shotgun from his briefcase and hold it forward. This little invention. I have so arrogantly named it Von Richten's Crypt Cleaner. You can only
Sorry.
assume what it's good for.
One more time. Whoa.
Von Richten's Crypt Cleaner.
Not what I thought I heard. Sounds good.
All you have to do is fill it full of little metal bits, point it in the direction of anything you want to kill, and pull the trigger.
Anybody here proficient in shooty bangs?
Never heard of them.
I have a negative dexterity.
Okay, so not
Don't-
you.
Don't give
Isn't
me
this
the
the one
gun.
that's? This
This
the one
is
that-
not necessarily considered a weapon. This is not a shotgun in terms of a firearm. This is a small cannon.
This is the one that's the Dawn Master, the Dawn Fathers.
No,
No.
it is not.
Right. Oh.
That was a flint
Okay.
pistol or flint pistol.
If you've seen a
I'll say-
blunderbuss, imagine that, but with like a trumpet on the end of it, and
Uh-huh.
it has scrawled into it in red paint Von Richten's Crypt Cleaner.
I mean, we'll just
I'll
take
take
it for now. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, exactly.
Give it to the cleric.
Okay,
I'm pretty
so
good with
Give
dexterity.
me the shotgun.
so
Great.
it is a
Loading her up with guns.
15-foot cone,
Uh-huh.
DC 14,
Oh, shit.
5d6 piercing damage when it's loaded with a bag of ball bearings, and it takes an
Nice,
action fire.
dude. What a good use for ball bearings.
I mean, they might as
I
well be
gotta-
little bullets, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I love.
Figure out how to
anyone who
create a
thinks
custom item on D&D Beyond.
I can help you. That one I figured out.
I have only a few more things, really. He is going to pull out a dagger.
Okay.
Ooh.
Represented knives.
This is a small magic device of my own creation, but it is very useful. And it is got like a raven motif, like the hilt on it looks like raven wings.
Raven.
And what it does is it has 3 charges a day,
I already have.
and you can throw it, and with your bonus action, you can teleport to where it lands.
Oh, I love it. Can I have it?
Oh.
Yeah, go for it. It definitely kind of
Oh,
matches
cool.
with your aesthetic.
It's very vibey.
And now you could possibly dual wield properly.
That's right.
Because you can't dual wield with the same weapon.
It is +1.
Oh, so
Okay.
it's also a +1 magic item.
Okay. I'm sure you'll send this to us later. We'll figure it out.
Was it a
The last
dexterity
thing-
saving throw for the
Yeah.
shotgun? Sorry.
Yes.
My
Wait,
bad.
did you say 3 charges a day?
Yes. 30-foot range, so as far as you can throw it.
That's decent.
If you had sharpshooter, you could make it further.
That's good to know.
He's going to give you 2 healing potions, and he's going to pull the ring off of his finger. This little gem here, and you see it is flat, like the little symbol on it is flat and silver, but it is in the shape of an intellect devourer, so a brain with legs that make up the actual ring part of it.
Cool.
This is a ring of mind shielding. If
Whoa.
anything tries to pry its way into your brain, it will protect you.
I have to think we should give that to Irina.
I
That actually, Irina, do this.
It's not really my fashion, but I'll take
It's
it.
not. Well, we could maybe.
I mean, or the person who.
I was just gonna say, if we give it to Diana, would that fuck things up a little bit?
I don't think it would
Huh?
get rid of her, but I might not be able to hear her talk shit in my head.
And what this ring does essentially is it stops telepathy, it stops scrying, it stops sending.
And it also is that if you die while wearing it, your consciousness goes into the ring.
Yep.
Oh shit. Wait, but that actually. Hold the phone. This could be really helpful for Irina because if she did die for some reason, she wouldn't come back.
hmm This is all I can offer you as of now, but if you came by my tower when I'm there and we had enough time, I could upgrade your gear to a decent.
What kind of a timeline does that look like for you?
About a week.
Oh, okay.
That should give us enough time to head down to the winery and.
Yeah, we'll make our way back or figure it out.
I would advise making the most of your time. I've given you enough here to where you should not need my aid before it is time to advance on our prey.
Okay.
Take care of all of your business in the south and meet me at the tower, and we will begin to devise a plan.
Wonderful. Dude, this guy's so cool.
He's so.
But I have my nightly shows to put on. I must keep up the facade. It has been a pleasure, truly. Get out of town quickly.
Thank you for
That's the
everything.
goal.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again.
We'll see you
Do
soon.
not make waste of my gifts. And goodbye.
Wouldn't dream of it.
And he heads out, and you are left to your devices.
Alrighty, Irina. Let's get you made up to look like literally anybody else.
She is going to excuse herself for a little bit. I think it's time for a little bit of change. And she'll kind of go downstairs into the little it's not a bathroom, but it's like, a water closet. And she comes back in about 40 minutes with like this very heavy charcoal eyeliner on, and she has cut her hair kind of short into a bob with like a half ponytail in the back.
I fucking love it.
Ooh!
We love a haircut.
Hold up, hotness makeover?
Irina, you look
I-
gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Nether's just kind of.
I just kind of like I'm like standing like right in front of Nether, and I just kind of look up and just push your jaw closed.
I think this should be enough to piss Strahd off at least.
I could not agree more.
Hey, anything that pisses that man off, it's good for me.
I would like a change of clothes at some point, just so I don't have to think about what Isaac is doing with those dolls.
Absolutely. What is her size frame?
Yeah.
She's kind of athletic. She's probably about 5'5", and kind of has like a runner's build. So she's got a little bit of muscle on her frame, but she's not like super built.
I mean,
Like,
it might be a little too baggy, like long on you, but I've got some clothes you could probably fit into.
So do
Yeah.
I.
That would be lovely. And I think I want to try to hide the armor a little bit so people don't necessarily know.
Absolutely.
Can
And I'll give her like just a set of clothes. Same.
Can I borrow those for a second?
Sure. Mindy.
Nobody's in here, right? Nobody can see through the window?
No.
Oh, okay. We're in my fucking element. And she just like throws the cloak off, and she goes, Irina, arms out, and just starts flying like zipping around her. It is fully the scene of like the fairies making Aurora's dress.
That's exactly what I was imagining.
She is going to use a combination of like almost all of her cantrips, right? So there's druidcraft in there that like weaves vines and flowers through it. The vines are more practical, right? To just kind of like strap everything down and also give her pockets, because we're gonna get pockets in this motherfucker. Mage hands are holding like fabric up while she cuts. She's got like prestidigitation is like altering the colors to match her color scheme. And just finally by the end, it's like drops down, grabs the scissors, holsters it like a fucking pistol. Oh god.
It's impressive.
I know, Irina, that you needed that, but I also needed that.
I think this is much more my style. And you see she has this long forest green coat that reaches to her ankles, long, like knee-high brown leather boots, these baggy, kind of almost like dark gray pants. And she has done away with the dress top. She has done away with the curious. She is wearing more of like a chainmail tank top with the neck covering corset almost. And she looks like a little heavy metal and like she's ready to.
Fuck yeah.
Does she have anything of her brother's?
Not on her person that you can see.
Darn.
She has a symbol of the Dawn Father, just like Amara does, but other than that.
I think you're about ready. No one's gonna recognize the old Irina.
I feel ready.
You want to ride my pocket?
Sounds good. Kind of falls back and just enlarge reduces herself and just fucking lays down in your pocket and has a bit of a nap.
And I have not used my daily disguise self. I didn't use it when I went to see the priest earlier, so I will now cast disguise self on myself.
So I have used my disguise self, but I do have invisibility, so I'm gonna use that.
How long does it last?
Leave an hour.
I will also say Irina sat down with you and fully redid your look.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What do I look like?
What do you want her to make you look like?
No, what do I look like?
No, player gives the fit check. That's how it works.
She would probably make you very similar into how she looks because she's only ever done it on herself.
It's fair. I don't know. Nether's already got really, like, she's got short hair already. Hang on, let me look at some of the pics that I've got. She probably would put more color into, I don't know, would she put more color into her face? That's a good question, you know?
Probably.
Goal is to be unnoticeable.
Yeah.
Right.
And there are only humans in Barovia.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Someone help.
Her goal for herself was to try to be less innocent and a little more intimidating.
Oh, okay. So, maybe she went this full-on goth vibe.
That's kind of what I'm imagining, yeah.
Okay. So,
like kind of like
that
rocker
sparkle,
punk.
yes. Very.
I feel like she wrapped your hair around your horn so that you couldn't see that it was like bone necessarily, but kind of just like a hairstyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever read
Like
the Cruel
space buns.
Prince?
Yeah.
Buns. She got space buns.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
There you go.
I'm thinking like if Sailor Moon was written by Lydia from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That's a good way to look at it.
So you have space buns. You have some dark lines, but she also brought out some brightness. Kind of gave you a heavier eyeshadow kind of vibe. Made the dead look almost look like it's intentional makeup instead of just skin tone.
I like it.
And how are we
Are we ready?
disguising Araya again?
Can I steal that hair chalk?
Of course.
And I'll just take probably the charcoal colored one and just
It's
kind
got
of
a lot of hair.
I know it's gonna take. When Irina sits down to start on Nether, I'll start basically combing it through Araya's hair to change the color.
Irina will also give her a very heavily braided look, like a regal braid with two smaller side braids that kind of fall over the shoulders and a big fishtail in the back.
Damn, okay. I think we're ready.
Let's do
I
it.
feel more powerful now.
As you should.
I just gave her a little wink at that.
And she'll wink back and smile.
And then, for the fluff of it, we definitely roll out looking like fucking, like the Inglorious Bastards, doing the fucking, in a line walk slow motion shit.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, on the outside, this would look incredibly suspicious to people. But fuck it, this is fantasy.
Do we want to leave together or maybe in two groups?
Well, currently,
It's-
two people are
Let's go to-
invisible. So there's a group of 3.
Oh shit, yeah. You're right. Never mind, let's go.
Because one's in your
Yeah, 'cause-
pocket and one doesn't exist.
Yep.
You're right.
Irina is going to kind of hold on to Nether's wrist, or to the point where it almost looks like a clutch fist, and follow behind you guys about 40 feet.
Yeah,
Nether,
let
you
me
can't
know
see
when
her
we're,
face.
close by to the gates, please. I can pull in the fog around, just make it kind of a little bit more difficult for them to notice details of us.
Yeah, sure. And as we get up to the gates, I'll notify.
And
How
I'm
much
just,
do
I'm
you
just
think
kind of
Nether's blushing
laying
right
in her
now?
pocket, and I'm just doing all of the things that I need to do to pull. And I'm gonna cast
Ah.
Fog Cloud.
I fully believe Nether is about blue. She's so purple. You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah,
blush just
So fucking hard.
yeah.
But
Who's so fucking hot?
Oop, that's cocked.
without notice from Isaac this time, even those of you with very high perceptions, no one's trailing you. You make your way out of the city of Valaki, down the Svalich Road, and begin heading southward. And I think for Miss Danica's sake, we're going to call it there.
See, I said an hour and we went past an hour. This is I'm a genius.
Plus, I feel like that's a perfect end off.
That's a good ending.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Perfect place.
And I want to thank all you viewers for joining us by the firelight as we told our stories. This has been Curse of Strahd. Please join us next time, and good night, everybody.